Hello, hello. I'm getting settled in. Thank you so much for paying your taxes and congrats for being first. Oh shit. Getting settled in. I forgot I had my sound up on my phone. Oh no. Okay, so here's the deal. I don't know how this audio is gonna be today. It was so bad last night. Well, it's just consistently been bad. And my options are having this main mic, which is the best quality, but the worst static. We have the... Also, you love the music. Thank you. Sounds good right now? Okay, thank you. Thank goodness. I rigged this setup. I literally have it taped onto a mic stand. Or like a little stand attached to my desk. I think this was actually supposed to be for the webcam, maybe? But instead, that's duct taped to the monitor, so... True Southern fashion over here. It's what I was raised to do. Tape it together, it'll be fine. Okay. Y'all aren't ready for this. Y'all aren't ready for this. Also, Day, I'm gonna need your opinion on the setup of this screen, too. Also, I love this music, too. I'm really hoping... Tiny bit of crackle, but it's chill. Your mic is looped through to holding over a shelf right now. That is so valid. Okay. So first... Hello. I am here, and I don't know if you can see the mic. Oh, wait. You can't see it now. Interesting. You could see it earlier. Oh, here we go. Have to move it a little closer. Yeah, it was, the crackle is the problem. It gets really bad sometimes. However, I have this mic on standby, um, but it's also pretty bad of a crackle as well. And then my other option is the webcam mic, which sounds the best as far as, like, the crackle goes. But it sounds like I'm so far away. It sounds like you're hearing me in a cave or something, so maybe it would go with the D&D vibes? I don't know. I like it. It's a good screen setup. Okay, awesome. Thank you. Because I realized that I have the chat over on this side, and I didn't really want to move it. I felt like it would seem out of place on the other side or somewhere else. But I still wanted to keep it on the screen. I really like having it in the VODs so I can see what I'm responding to, and so everyone else can see what I'm responding to after the fact. So I really like having it on the screen. But I also wanted to have a face cam, so I thought it would be fun. Also, I have a notebook. I am ready. I am ready for today. Are you ready? If convenient, you should right-click and flip your camera in OBS so you're facing towards the dragon. Oh my goodness, you're so right. Hold on, can you just... Let me open this up. We're gonna start it here. So I actually started this journal a long time ago and then stopped using it. The last entry I have in here is interesting. It was in September 16th, 2020, so 4 years ago. I'd say it's, oh, hold on. I know how to do this. I know how to do this, right? Hold on. It's not what I want. Flip horizontal? There we go! Oh, it looks so weird from my side of things, but... Actually... This is what it looks like from my perspective. So it's a little trippy now, but cool. It works. Nice! So now I am facing the dragon. And I love how the sword is like low-key stabbing me. That was the other fun part. Okay. So I found this song. It gets a little, like, lo-fi at the end, but it was better than the, like, combat music, which was not... It just wasn't the vibe. It didn't feel right. But this felt more right. I do have a backup I guess you can call it a battle song. So we shall see. Okay. And are you good? Are you ready? Nice. So hopefully it'll be good. You're good? Okay. Then let's hope this works. Hello! Welcome
Hello
to the
there.
stream. Okay, cool. I can hear you. Wait, do you have your stream up still?
Yeah, one sec, I can pull it up.
Thank you. I love how you already know. Whoops.
Okay, you could turn me up just a smidge and then we should be good.
Okay. Can I do that in Discord?
Yeah, if you right click on my
Oh, I
icon, you can turn it up
see.
just like maybe 15%.
Perfect. Oh,
Okay, testing.
hello, Neo. Ugh, I can't even talk. Neon Hyper, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. Making me follow before I can message. I know, I'm sorry.
We have protections in place, Mikey.
Yes, it's for the rules. I need everybody to know the rules. They gotta know the laws before you can talk. Propaganda, I say. You know what? Fair enough. It's to protect us all. Oh, what's today's date? It is the 11th. I'm gonna write it. Make it all official.
Ooh, nice.
And I also have the virtual die.
Alright, let's go.
I am so ready. Okay. Would you like to, I guess, I don't know, do you have like an intro for this?
I
Really?
very much have an intro for
Okay.
this.
Okay, I'm excited. I'm gonna let you do the talking.
Yes, Mikey. I am the only person. Or he's the only person I'm DMing. I am the DM, so this is just one-on-one, some solo D&D. Let me
Yes.
grab these, and we should be good to go.
Yes. I'm
All right.
excited.
In the darkness, you hear soft sounds all around you: water breaking against land, wood boards creaking, a soft breeze blowing by, voices in the distance chatting. You can smell salt, and you recognize the briny scent of the ocean over the sweet scent of hay. Beneath your back, you feel wood curved like the bottom of a ship. Straw pokes at your neck, and rays of sun begin to warm your face. You open your eyes to an unfamiliar room. And as you rouse more and more, you realize that this is less of a room and more of a stable. While you can't see or hear any animals, you are laying in a straw or in a pen full of straw, and you can see another humanoid laying near you starting to wake. The ship sways softly, urging you back to sleep, but just as you're about to give in and shut your eyes, you realize that something is wrong. You sit up, trying to remember how you got here, but you steadily realize you can't remember anything at all. You're not even sure who you are or what you've been doing for most of your life so far. Perhaps your new companion has answers.
I hope so, because I have a lot of questions.
You look around, spotting your own reflection in the small puddles of water that have accumulated in the stables. In the ripples, you can make out dark blonde hair, and you almost think you can see wisps of green poking through. Your skin is pale and dotted with freckles, your eyes are a soft green, and as you tilt your head, you notice each of your ears comes to a point. Small chains and gems clink as you move, decorating your ears and neck. Though they're unfamiliar to you, you find you like the look. You reach up, feeling smooth skin, the curve of your nose, and the cool metal of your jewelry is a sharp contrast to the warmth of your face. Across from you, a woman stands up, rubbing her head.
Nice.
Yeah. You
Can I?
notice that she has dark hair and a dagger strapped to her hip, and as she sort of stumbles, gathering her footing and placing a hand on the wall of this ship, she turns to you. How are you feeling? I think we had a bit too much to drink last night. She laughs.
Yeah, I definitely did.
She pauses, taking in your confused expression. You try and remember the previous night, but you draw a blank.
I got nothing.
Nothing? You don't remember last night?
Not one bit.
She studies you for a moment, cocking her head. Do you remember me?
No.
Oh dear. Missing memories. That's no good. Let me think. Let me think. Neither of us has magic to fix this. Not that you'd remember how to use any spells in the first place. And she paces as she talks, kicking up straw in the small stable. Her boots land heavy on the wooden floor, and her sword clinks on her belt as she walks. You catch a faint scent of blackberries as she passes. And then she stops suddenly, turning to you with a smile on her face. I know, my patron, he can help us. He'll fix everything for you. We just have to go to his temple. She smiles proudly. Oh, and I'm Octavia, in case you forgot.
Thank you.
Not a problem. And she sort of sticks out a hand to shake yours.
I shake her hand proudly. Nice
Awesome.
to not meet you or meet you again.
Nice to, I suppose, meet you a second time. All right. Well, the first step is to get you out of this little. She waves her hand vaguely, and you can hear rings clink together with the movement as she gestures to the straw and hay lying around you. Out of here, up you get. She pulls you to your feet and then looks into her own bag, taking stock of what supplies she has. You hear several glass bottles knock together, and you see the hilt of a dagger poke out as she rifles through it. You
Nice.
take this moment to look into your own bag, and you find that you have a small crossbow inside with plenty of arrows. You should write this down.
Yes, perfect.
You also notice a holy symbol and a prayer book.
Okay, so it's holy symbol and a prayer book.
Yes. And
Nice.
as you turn around, you feel something shift on your back, and you reach up, finding a warhammer strapped to your back.
Nice. I get a warhammer. Or I have a warhammer.
You have a warhammer. You just didn't know it.
I did not. Nice.
As you finish surveying what you have, your clothing, your equipment, you look up and see Octavia looking at you expectantly, and she sort of motions with her head and trots on out of the stable happily. She's in awfully high spirits for someone who's just realized her companion has lost all of their memories.
You know what? Good for her. I like the
Would you like to
spirit.
follow her?
Yes, I would love to follow her.
All right. You head above dock and don't really see anybody on the ship as you make your way up. Just glancing around, you see a couple different doors, a couple rooms that you can see into, but you really don't notice anyone besides yourself and Octavia, nor do you see extra clothing or other equipment that could belong to another person. And as you come above deck, it appears to be just after dawn. The warm rays of the sun are just starting to peek over the horizon. And why don't you go ahead and roll me a perception check to see what you can see?
Okay.
So that's going to be a d20, and you'll add your perception to it under skills. Actually, I'll tell you what it is because you don't know. You don't have a character sheet.
Oh yeah. Okay,
Roll me your 20.
so just one die, d20
Mhm.
roll. Okay, it says 18.
Well, that's the +6, which you should note down.
Okay. And this was what?
So what did you
Perception?
roll? Yep, this is your perception. You have a +6 to perception. So you see quite a bit as you walk around. You're very perceptive. As you emerge from below deck, you see that the boat is tied at a creaking dock, and you can feel it swaying in the waves beneath your feet. You watch Octavia confidently lead the way, and you take in the bustle of what seems to be a lively fishing town. The docks are small, but they're full of activity. With your 18 plus 6, you're able to spot a fisherman undocking to set out for the day. You see some crab pots being pulled up, merchants setting up stalls. You can hear waves breaking against the sides of ships and the dock creaking beneath your feet as you walk. The smell of ocean surrounds you, very briny, but you also notice the delicious scent of cooking fish in the breeze that blows by. The sun is warm but not hot at this time of day, making the walk fairly easy as you head on into town.
Awesome.
And as you walk, Octavia, just sort of leading the way, walking very casually, says, "Oh, there's an excellent little restaurant just down the street. What I wouldn't give to be in your position, trying it for the first time again." She smiles, again, remarkably cheerful.
Let's go. I'm ready to eat. I'm hungry.
Yes, I'm always hungry first thing in the morning. I think it's the rocking of the boat. And she leads you through an unmarked door, which very much looks like it leads into somebody's house. The wood and chipped green paint are rough under your fingers as you catch the door before it can swing shut.
Nice.
As you head inside, you realize that this looks so much like the door to a house because it is, in fact, the door to a house. The bottom floor looks to have been transformed into a dining area, but you can tell it was once a home. Octavia sits down at one of the 3 tables that fills this room and begins to clean her nails with a small bit of wood. What
Perfect.
would you like to do?
Should I follow? Should I also clean my nails with a small piece of wood?
You're gonna try and find. You could roll to try and find a bit of wood to clean your nails with.
Yes, I feel like after last night I probably need it.
All right, go ahead and roll investigation. Give me a d20.
Hold on. Okay, I got a 7.
Plus 1 makes that an 8.
Okay, and what was this again? I'm so
As you
sorry.
look around, you are able to successfully. It takes some time, but you're able to find a bit of wood laying on the floor.
Nice.
Yeah, so you pick it up and begin to clean your nails.
Can I keep this piece of wood? Do I want
You
to keep this piece
can.
of wood?
You can write that you have a small piece of wood. It's about the size of a toothpick.
Nice.
Awesome.
Wait, you said the size
First
of a
treasure of the
toothpick?
day. Huh?
You said like
Yeah,
this size
size
of
of
a
a
toothpick?
toothpick.
Perfect.
All right. And as you're sitting there, Octavia occasionally glances up at you, but doesn't really start conversation on her own. Just sort of, going back to her nails. Is there anything you would like to do now, or would you like to just wait?
So, can we go get some food?
Our
You said
server
we-
should be with us shortly, she says, and she gestures towards a door, and you turn to look at it, and it swings open, untouched by anyone. From it, a man emerges, and he says, "Welcome back. Great to see you again." Rolling towards you. His pale skin is complemented nicely by the dark fabric adorning the cushion sheet of his wheelchair, and he is dressed in simple clothes of a similar color. The wheels of the chair turn on their own, bringing him over to your table and stopping there as if by magic. "What can I get for you today?" he asks, smiling brightly at you. And before you can answer, Octavia says, "I'll have the usual," and so will he. The man gives a nod and says, "I should have known. It'll be right out for you." And though he holds a quill and a small scroll of paper, he writes nothing on it and simply returns back through the door he came out of.
Sounds about right. What good customer service.
Yes, they're very customer oriented here. It's a local man that runs the place, Octavia tells you. How'd you sleep? Do you remember how you slept?
Well, do I know how I feel right now? Do I have a certain
Um,
feeling, Canon?
You could roll a history check to try and remember how you feel or how you slept.
Sure, let's do it.
All right, roll me a 20 for your history check, and I'll tell you what to add.
Okay, oh, I got a 14.
Ooh, okay, so plus 3 will make that a 17. So you, even with a 17, can't quite remember how you slept. You're able to deduce that it was pretty all right though, because you don't feel particularly tired now. But you're basing that off of how you feel now, not your memory of how you slept. When you try and remember, it's just drawing a blank. Like
That makes
everything
sense.
else.
That makes perfect sense. Nice.
So Octavia looks at you, awaiting a response.
I slept pretty alright, I think. I mean, I'm not completely dead now.
Well, that's good. I do prefer you not completely dead. I can't say I really know how we ended up below deck either. It's a small ship. You'd think it'd be a bit harder than that to make a drunken wrong turn. But she shrugs. Nothing to cure a hangover like this, though, and she gestures to a large kettle that's floating through the air, coming towards you. It moves on its own, pouring tea into cups for you before floating back out of sight. She sips her drink and sighs happily.
Nice. There's a magic kettle. That's pretty cool.
There is a magic kettle. As you taste your tea, you find it to be the perfect temperature and to have a deep, earthy flavor to it. And as you
Nice.
drink it, moments later, the door swings open and the man returns, this time surrounded by floating plates of food. They swirl around the table before coming to rest in front of their respective diners. Though both of the main dishes are unique in some way, they each consist of some type of fish served over rice with a side of bread. A plate of steamed vegetables rests to your right, and a jug rests to your left. You're not sure what's inside. "Can I do anything else for my favorite customers?" the man asks with a friendly wink.
Think we're good right now, thank you.
All right, well, you know how to find me. And he reaches down and begins wheeling himself back through the door. Octavia is already like halfway through her fish dish, just shoveling rice into her mouth.
Can I join?
You can
Oh wait,
join,
what's in
yes.
the jug?
You're not sure.
Can I find out?
You can roll investigation to try and see what is in the jug.
Okay, I want to do it. I want to roll for investigation.
All right, it's a 20 plus 1.
Okay, I got a 6.
You got a 6. Okay, is it a 6 total or you rolled a 6 and plus 1?
I rolled a 6.
Okay, so 7. You sort of grab the edge of the jug and peer into it, and inside is some sort of dark liquid, but you cannot discern what it is. Not with a 7. As you're sort of peering at it, Octavia grabs the jug and pours herself a glass of whatever it is, and as it comes out, it is a very deep green color and smells salty.
Interesting. Okay.
And you watch as she takes a sip and goes back to just shoveling rice and fish into her mouth.
I guess I should just trust and eat my food and drink my
You begin to
mystery.
eat your food.
Nice.
You find that it is incredible, perfectly salted and full of rich flavors that burst forth with every bite. As you sort of eat, Octavia really does not seem much for conversation and doesn't initiate any.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Are you trying what's in the jug, or are you just gonna eat your food?
Oh yes, I want to try what's in the jug too.
You're
Let's go
trying what's
for
in the
it.
jug. All right, you grab a hold of this jug and you pour some into a small glass that you've been left. And as you take a sip, you realize immediately that this is some sort of alcohol, and also it's dawn right now. And Octavia is really kind of slamming it down.
Good for her. Having a redo of last night, I guess.
Yes. As you finish up eating, Octavia places a few golden coins on the table, and you realize you recognize the currency. Almost automatically, your hand moves to rest on a small coin purse strapped to your belt. Coins click inside it and are cold to the touch. Even without taking them out, you can feel that they're the same size as the coins Octavia just used, and inside you find 27 of the same golden coins, 27 gold pieces.
Okay. How many should I lay down? I assume I need to pay too? Or do I need to pay?
You could ask.
Do I need to pay too? I would love to know. I'd love to ask.
Oh yeah, you asked that to Octavia, and she says, "Oh, I've got it this time. You paid last night, after all. But
Oh.
I guess you wouldn't remember that. Well, no
She could have
matter."
played
And
me.
huh?
She could have played me.
She could have played you, yeah. And she just sort of gives a nod and heads back out the door, leading the way again, back towards the docks.
Perfect.
What would you like to do?
We're going to the person, right? Or at least that's where we were originally going?
Ah, yes, to my patron, she says. He'll help us with your memory loss. First we have to get back to the ship, though. We can, let's see. And she pauses just straight up in the middle of the street. People bump into you and then begin to make their way around. We'll head west a bit, by ship, and then north by land should be the fastest. I think it'll be quickest if we, yes, ship and then land. And she gives a confident nod after working this out.
Let's do it. Let's go.
All right. And she begins leading back towards the docks, back towards the ship, and she greets a few merchants as you pass by them. A few wave at you.
Hello. Hello.
Ah, hello. One sort of like steps out from their shop and greets you. Any fish to sell today?
Octavia? Do we have any fish to sell today?
And she's like 5 feet ahead of you. She's now
Oh,
stopped, and she sort of turns back and goes, "Oh, no, not today. Thanks though."
sorry.
And then sort of continues walking, and the person says, "Well, all right, Phaedron, if you have any, you know where to find me."
They say Phaedron?
They say Phaedron, yes.
What does that mean?
You are you asking them?
Yeah, I guess. Who's
Phaed-
Phaedron?
you are, sir.
Name
That's your name.
unlocked.
Is it not?
It is now. It wasn't before.
It is now.
Thank you.
Um, yes, of course. Well, I better be back to it, and you can see that there's a person waiting for them at their stall as they hurry back to it.
Perfect. Cool.
As you glance around, you realize that Octavia is halfway down the dock by now.
Okay, I guess I should catch back up to her then.
All right, you jog lightly after Octavia, and you sort of catch back up and continue on your way to the boat. And after a moment, she stops and turns towards you, opening her mouth to speak, when a very loud crash shakes the docks beneath your feet, ringing through your head and causing you to stumble. I'm gonna need you to make a dexterity saving throw to stay upright. So go ahead and roll me a 20.
Okay. Gonna roll. Okay, hold on. I can't tell if it originally gave me a 6 again or if it just didn't roll, but this time it says 11, so I will let you decide what.
You can take the 11. So with your dexterity saving throw modifier being a +1, it will be a 12. This dock shakes and you fall flat on your face. Like your foot catches on the back of your other foot and you are on the ground prone as you stumble and fall.
Nice. Can I pause out of character?
Yeah.
Hi, Mufu. Welcome.
Hi,
Okay.
Mufu.
Sorry. I just want to make sure I
Yes,
said hi.
Yes, and chat, if you haven't caught on yet, Caleb does not have his character sheet and does not know. He's finding out as we play what his own stats and equipment are.
Yes, I'm very
That's a
excited.
little gimmick of our campaign. So as you are prone on the ground, prone is a status, like a condition. So it takes an action to get back up from being prone. And as you're sort of laying here, like getting ready to get back up, Octavia is off in a flash, running towards the sound. She runs a corner, not even turning back to see if you followed, or even seeming to realize that you are on your face right now.
Big rip.
Big
So,
rip indeed.
you said prone means I have to take an action to get up, right?
Yes, so you can use your action to get up, and then you'll have your bonus action and movement to sort of like go places.
Okay. So, then I guess I should get up and follow, right?
You're able to climb to your feet, and as you run off after Octavia, you turn the corner and see her, weapon in hand, already engaged in combat with what is easily the biggest crab you have ever seen, or at least the biggest one that you think you've ever seen. It's twice your own height and is larger than most of the boats docked around here. You watch as it snaps at Octavia, clipping her on the shoulder. She yells and stabs into it, but it seems to do very little against its thick shell.
Oh, shit. Okay. I guess I should use my Warhammer, right? That sounds like it would take out a crab.
You sure can. So, I'm going to give you the stats for your Warhammer here. So, when you roll with your Warhammer, your attack bonus, what you add to your d20, is going to be a +4.
Nice.
Yes. So, like when you make a perception check and you add your +6, when you make an attack roll with your Warhammer, you're going to add 4 to that. And then when you,
Perfect.
for damage, if you hit, you're going to do 1d8 +2 bludgeoning.
Okay, so then you
But
said
if you
damage
use
is...
2 hands, it'll be 1d10 +2 instead.
Okay, so it was 1d8 plus what for the damage?
+2.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay,
But if
I
you're
think I
swinging
got
it with
this.
both hands, you can use a 10 +2 instead.
Okay.
Yep.
Nice.
All right.
Got it.
So you are running in there with your Warhammer then?
Yes.
All right. If you have not switched to the combat music, now would be a good time to do so because you
You're
are entering your
so
first
right.
combat
Oh my
of the
goodness.
campaign.
Let's do it. Okay.
All right.
Oh, wait, I need to add this song so I can come back to it. Okay. Let's go.
Woo! All right. Players go first, and I use group initiative. So you're not gonna. Normally, you would roll to see who goes first, but I usually let you guys just go in like whatever order you want to. So if you want to go before or after Octavia, you can pick that yourself.
Oh,
And then
snap.
you'll go. Octavia will go. Once you two have both gone, the crab will go. It'll be its turn.
Okay, so does Octavia's, like, did she already make her move?
No, I'll say that hers was like a kind of a free turn because she got the jump on the crab because she was really in there.
Okay. Then I'll still go in for the swing first.
All right, you
Give
can
her a
go ahead and go
recovery.
in for the swing. So you run up on the crab and swing your warhammer on it at it. Are you using two hands or one hand?
Two hands.
All right. So you swing at it with two hands. Roll 'em to see if you can hit the crab. So it's a d20 and you'll add your +4 attack bonus to it.
Okay, so D20. Okay. Oh goodness, I got a 2, so +4 would be 6.
I think even the +4 shall not save you. Um, you swing with your warhammer, but the weight feels strange in your hands. It's as if you've never handled the weapon before, even though you're sure that you have. And you swing a little bit too low and miss what you were aiming for. You are able to clip the crab on its leg. You think that you've dealt a bit of damage, but it wasn't what you'd intended.
Aw, darn.
So that is your action. Do you have anything you want to do with your bonus action? So you can make an unarmed strike if you'd like to. And if you happen to have a spell that you don't know about that's a bonus action, you could of course cast that.
Do I have a spell that I can cast? Do I know?
Not that you know of.
Or can I, like, find that out, I guess? Or do I have to,
You
or is that something separate?
roll. You could roll. Hmm. I'd say you could roll history or arcana to see if you can think of like just make a spell kind of happen here.
Okay, I want to go for it. Whatever I can
All right.
do. Also, wait, can I pause real quick?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you, Mufu. I appreciate it. And that's okay. Thank you. We'll have a good time. I'm hoping to get this up on my YouTube soon as well. I want to have them since we're gonna have a like recurring thing. I want to get it started so I can keep my YouTube up to date. So hopefully we'll be able to have that there. That way you can catch up if you're able to catch us in the future. Thank you. Have a good day. Okay, I am ready, Day. Back in
All
character.
right. So you can roll either history or arcana here, and I'm gonna throw you a bone and say that your history modifier is higher. You're probably gonna want to roll that.
That was my next question. Okay, so I'll go for history.
All right. Your history is a +3.
And it's a D20, right?
Yep. Roll a d20, add 3 to it, and tell me what you got.
Okay. I got 18.
Ooh, okay. With your 18, you feel this flickering of magic within you as you
Huh.
try and sort of conjure up something that you can cast before the crab sort of gets to you. And you remember a spell. So this is like a buffing spell. You can cast it on yourself or you can cast it on Octavia. Who would you like to cast it on?
Octavia, let's go. Because she has another move
All
next,
right.
right?
She does have another move next.
Okay,
Yes.
perfect.
I need a pencil here. Um, so as you sort of like throw out your hand and you feel this power almost channeled through you. It's less like an innate magic coming from within you and more like an outside source is sort of pushing this magic through you, out your arm, out your hand, and you see this bolt of light strike Octavia, and you watch as a shimmering field appears around her, and you have cast Shield of Faith. So if you want to write
Ooh.
down that you have the spell Shield of Faith.
Shield of Fate. Got it.
Mm-hmm. And while you
Nice.
can't quite tell what the spell does, it seems to have done something protection-esque you can deduce from the shimmering field appearing around her.
Okay.
Octavia shoots a glance back at you and gives like a nod of thanks, and
Oh,
then
okay. I thought you were saying...
charges towards the crab.
I thought you were saying she was like shooting me a dirty like why the fuck did you just do that?
No, it's like a thankful like, oh, that was nice of you. Look, and
Aw.
then she charges in towards this giant crab. And you're currently like pretty close to the crab. You have to get within 5 feet to hit it with your hammer. I'm assuming that you don't want to use your movement to back away from the crab, because if you do that, then the crab will get an attack of opportunity. But you are welcome to do that if you'd like to. That's really the only thing you can do with your movement right now.
No, I think... I should just let the crap go, right?
Okay, yeah, Octavia will go first, and then the crab will go.
Oh, okay, then yeah, we'll just let her go.
Okay. I just want to make sure you didn't want to do anything else with your turn before I moved on to what Octavia is up to. So, all
Perfect.
right. You watch Octavia. She draws her glaive, which is I don't actually know what a glaive is. Let me Google it really quickly. I should have looked it up before the start of the campaign.
That
So I can
is
describe it to you.
a-okay, because I gotta write this down anyways.
Okay. It is like a almost like a spear with a sword blade on the end of it, instead of like just a little point.
Oh, nice.
And she touches her weapon. She sort of moves her hand over the end of it, and you see it light up with this red glowing light. And she then swings at the crab with this glaive, and her strike lands true, and you see it slash through the shell, leaving a cut there. And the magic that she's just cast on her weapon sort of courses in through the cut and through the crab, and it lets out a roar as this magic damages it.
Amazing.
Yes. And then she has taken her turn. Let me add her damage here. Okay. And the crab does this sort of like a shake and is like sort of throws the weapon off of it. And it is going to take some hits on you guys. It swipes at Octavia, and watches its claw bounces off of the shield surrounding her, and then it takes a strike at you, and it is going to smack you with its claw, basically.
Okay.
And you are going to take 3 points of bludgeoning damage. So your maximum HP is 11. You've just taken 3 points of damage, so you're going to subtract 3 from that.
Okay, so you said it was 11, and then I gotta take off 3?
Yep. So when you're all healed up, all rested, and everything, you'll be at 11. But you just got smacked by a crab.
Okay. So that leaves me with 8.
Yep. All right. It is now the player's turn again. That is the crab's turn. What would you like to do?
I wanna hit him again.
All right. Are you going with your warhammer, your crossbow, or are you going to try and cast a spell?
Wait. Do I have more than one spell?
Yep.
Or can I find that out?
You can deduce that you would any spellcaster would have more than one spell.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Depending on your class, you would have differing amounts of spells.
I think. Okay, this is a function of the game question more than a I don't know question, or like a memory question. You said there are some spells that can only be played on the first action, right? I don't know if
So some spells take an action, some spells take a bonus action.
okay, because I know I don't personally know what I have, but I am debating on whether I want to use a spell, or well, I guess seeing if I have a spell that I could use on the first action.
Yeah, you could definitely try, and if you want to use your action to cast a spell, you could definitely try to cast one. So I would have you do is tell me if you want to do like a healing spell, a buff spell, or a damage spell, like which one you want to try to figure out if you have and if you can cast it as this action.
Oh goodness, that is a great question.
Mm-hmm.
Or do I want to still just go with the Warhammer?
It's up to you. You could also have Octavia go first if you wanted her to, will you think?
Yeah, I'll have her go first this time.
All right. You watch as Octavia strikes again with her glaive. And this time, as she swings it towards the crab actually scuttles back out of the way, and she stumbles forward as the strike misses. She then throws out a hand, and you see as some sort of magic burst leaves, and this one does strike the crab, dealing some damage to it and causing it to stumble even farther back.
Okay. So wait, so she hit the crab with the spell at the end, right?
Yep. So she
Okay.
used her action to try and hit it with her glaive mist. Used her bonus action to cast some kind of spell and hit.
Okay. Cool. So is the spider dead?
Nope, crab is not dead. You
Damn.
can
Or I
roll
say
to see
spider.
how hurt it looks.
I totally meant crab. Okay.
So if you wanted to make a medicine check, that is a free action, meaning that it doesn't cost you any amount of time to do. You could try and see how hurt this crab looks.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
Yeah, so go ahead and make me a medicine check. You're gonna roll a 20.
This down. Okay.
Mhm.
And we are looking at a 5.
So +4 makes that a 9. And as you look at the crab, you can tell that it's injured, but not really horribly injured.
Okay.
So you think it has more than half of its hit points left still.
Okay, then I think I'll I'll go for the Warhammer first. Just because I want to
Warhammer,
see.
all right. Go
I
ahead
want
and
to
roll
try
to
it
hit.
again. Okay. Also, while I'm doing this, thank you for paying your taxes and hi, Mark.
Hi, Mark.
I got a 4.
You got another 4. 4 plus 4 makes it an 8, and that does not hit.
Oh man.
I should, however, tell you what your armor class is. It is a 16, so that is what the crab has to roll to hit you.
Oh wow. Wait,
Yeah.
so what does it take for me to hit the crab?
You're not sure, but you know that it's more than 8.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay.
All right, so with your bonus action, do you want to try and cast a spell, or do you want to kick it? You can make an unarmed strike, or you could try, um,
I want to
to do
kick
a
it
really.
just
You
for
want to
the
kick
fun of
it?
it.
All right. This is gonna be a D20 plus your strength is gonna be your attack modifier. So go ahead and roll me a 20.
Oh my goodness, you've gotta be kidding me. It just
You're
gave
a
me
different
a
dice, man.
I'm doing a virtual one. It gave me a 3.
A 3 plus 2 for strength makes that a 5, which also does not hit. So you're on your turn. You swing with your great hammer, still not used to the weight. It swings and just sort of collides with the dock, cracking the wood. You then take a step forward and try to kick the crab's leg, but it lifts it out of the way.
Aw, man.
I know.
How dare.
Yeah. And it is now the crab's turn, and he's gonna take some
Oh
swings
yeah.
on you guys.
Oh man,
He
you're right.
swipes at you with his claw, but as he takes a step forward, his leg gets caught in the crack that you've just made in the dock, and it throws him off balance, and he misses the swing. He
Oh,
then takes a
nice.
swing at Octavia with his claw and clubs her in the head with it, um, dealing 6 damage to her.
Oh shit, okay.
And it is now the player's turn. What would you like to do?
Can I see? Do I get to do a medicine check on Octavia as well? Or
You could
just.
do a medicine check on Octavia. You could also ask her like how she's feeling, if she, like how hurt she is, basically.
Okay. Yeah, I wanna ask her how she's doing.
All right, I'm fine, she says, and like makes a dismissive motion with her hand. Just a flesh wound, and sort of like charges back at the crab.
Okay, fair enough. Then I'm going to. I want to try to attack with a spell this time.
All right. So do you want to use your action or bonus action?
Does that first one? That first one didn't count as an action, right? Like talking to her.
Nope, that doesn't count. You can,
Okay.
as long as it's basically like 6 to 10 seconds worth of conversation, you can just talk.
Okay, I'm gonna refresh this page real quick, and then I'm gonna do it as my action.
All right, you're gonna use your action here. So you're gonna need to roll me a history or arcana, which you're probably gonna pick history, to see if you can recall a spell.
Oh, yeah, right.
I would also let you make a religion check.
Ooh, I don't know what my religion would be. So, I know my history is pretty well, isn't it?
The +3, yeah.
Or wait, perception? Did you say I could do perception?
No. History,
Oh,
religion, or arcana. You wish you could do perception.
right. I do wish. We're gonna go with, I think, history again.
All right, go ahead and make your check.
All right. Oh, I got an 18. Refreshing
All
was the
right,
way to go.
with that 18, I will give you a better spell than I would have given you otherwise.
Oh, wait,
Go ahead.
actually, that was the roll, so it would be a +3 as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Make sure I write this down right. Okay.
Yes. So, I had two spells that in mind. I'm gonna give you the better one. So this is
Nice.
called Inflict Wounds.
Ooh, that sounds cool.
You're gonna make a melee spell attack against this crab, which is you're gonna roll your d20.
Okay. So melee. And we get...
And you can roll this with advantage because you did so well in your history check. Like you really remember this spell. Like it just flooded back to you, so you can roll twice and take the higher number.
Oh, okay, so the first one I got a 6, you said I can roll again?
Yep.
Oh, I got a 10! Nice.
All right. So this is going to be your spell. So when you make a spell attack, you have a spell attack bonus.
Ooh,
Yours is +6, so that turns into a 16,
nice.
which hits the crab.
Okay, so the
So
crab is somewhere between 8 and 16.
yes, you place your hand on the leg of the crab, acting instinctually, and you feel this energy course through you, and it feels similar to the other spell you cast, but different in some way, almost darker. And as you place your hand on the leg of this crab, and this magic courses through you and into the crab, you're gonna roll me your damage. So you're gonna find your d10, and you're gonna roll me that 3 times and add them all together.
Oh, wow, okay.
I told you it was a good one.
Alright, so the first roll is a 1.
All right. You get 2 more.
Second roll is a 6.
Okay.
Third roll is a 1.
All right.
Fair enough.
Well, that makes the math easy for me to do. This spell courses through the giant crab. You can see green necrotic energy swirling around its legs, around its shell, up around its arm, and into that cut that Octavia made earlier. And it lets out this horrible roar, and you can start to see these cracks in the shell, these wounds splitting open on the crab from the spell that you have cast.
Nice.
That is your action. Would you like to do anything with your bonus action? And you notice that this crab looks hurt now.
Oh, I do. I want to do anything I can to hurt this crab.
All right. So you can try and cast a spell with your bonus action, or you can kick it with your bonus action.
Hmm. Let me see. Let me go back to my notes real quick.
Mhm.
Oh, wait, no, the last one I did was a... For Octavia, never mind. So can I want to attack with a spell. That's my bonus action.
All right. Let's see here. Go ahead and make me a history check to see if you can come up with some sort of spell that you could use here.
Okay. And that's a d20?
Mhm.
Got a 17. Oh my goodness.
17. All right. You throw your hand out towards the crab, and you try to summon the spell within you. And as you do, you sort of draw a blank, and you feel like you've searched your memory well, but nothing's really coming up in terms of damage spells. You do, however, recall a healing spell that you can use.
Sure, let's use a healing spell.
All right, would you like to heal yourself, or would you like to heal Octavia?
Um, we're gonna heal
You can
Octavia.
Okay, all right. Yeah. So you throw your hand out, and I need a word from you. Go ahead and pick any word you'd like.
Oh goodness, any word?
Pick a word.
I don't know what words are unless you ask. Um,
So this spell is called a healing word. You have to say a word to activate it.
oh, okay. Alakazam. So original.
Alakazam. As you say Alakazam, you feel the same power coursing through your body, out your hand, and you can sense that Octavia is being healed. Roll a d4 to see how much she's healed.
Nice. D4. 2.
Ooh, awesome. All right, she is healed for 2 hit points, and she gives a nod and says, "Thank you, cleric," and turns back towards the crab.
Nice. So then she gets a turn, right?
Yep, now it is her turn.
Perfect.
So she is going to she throws out her arm, and this blast comes flying out of her hand and strikes the crab,
Perfect.
dealing 6 points of damage. She rolled good.
Nice.
And you watch as this dark blast sort of flies and strikes this crab, and she hits it right in that cut that she made with her glaive earlier, and the crab cries out with this horrible screech, and its shell just sort of explodes, sending bits of crab meat flying everywhere. You feel a shard of shell whiz past your head, nearly clipping your ear, as the crab falls to the ground dead.
Amazing.
Woo!
We did it.
You got the crab! Woo!
Woo. First victory. Let's go.
Yeah! Let's go! Your first combat.
Very nice. Then I guess we should switch out of combat music now.
Yes.
Let's go back to our happy vibes. We did it.
Yeah!
Well, now
All
what?
right. Octavia turns in and thanks you again for your help. And she goes, thanks for the heals and for the shield. And she sort of gestures, and you can see that the shield is like fading away now, as the spell reaches its end. But it seems like it did defend her against some of the strikes.
Hell yeah.
You watch as merchants quickly begin to swarm the giant crab and start harvesting meat from the corpse. A flurry of movement, the sound of shell cracking, and the smell of meat quickly overwhelms you. One man hacks off a giant claw, so large he can barely drag it to his merchant stall, and hands you a bag of 6 gold as he passes. The coins clink and feel heavy in your hand.
Oh, I also have to say, hey, that was my crab, but I mean, if they're paying for it,
Yeah.
I guess that's fine.
You watch as Octavia has also claimed a claw for herself and is carrying it towards the ship. She seems to have no problem lifting this giant crab claw onto her shoulder and sort of walking off with it.
Can I grab my own claw? I want second
Yeah,
breakfast.
you can grab part of the crab. Go ahead and roll. I don't know if I want you to do strength or animal handling. You are technically handling an animal. Go ahead and make me an animal handling check to see how you harvest meat from this animal.
Okay, so what do I roll?
D20.
Okay. I got a 13.
All right, your animal handling is +4, which makes it a 17. You are able to, using one of your arrows from your crossbow, you're able to slice off a sizable chunk of crab meat to take back with you to the ship.
Nice.
Right.
Sweet.
Octavia leads the way back to the boat, and you sort of follow along on the dock. There's again a flurry of merchants here harvesting crab meat, murmuring thanks. You see a couple of them hand Octavia some coins as well.
Perfect.
And she sort of heads confidently into the boat, and as you follow her down, you find that she has made her way to the kitchen and has started cooking up crab meat. She's cracking open the claw and getting ready to sort of prepare it.
Very nice. Can she prepare
Uh,
mine too, or can I, like, prepare it with her?
you can ask.
Can I ask her? Or I am asking her if I can do that.
Okay, yeah. She turns and says, "Oh, yeah. Why don't you take a short rest while I cook this up?" And she takes the crab meat from you.
Aw, thank you. You're so kind.
You're very welcome. And she seems proud of herself.
Aw, she should be.
All right, you now get to try and find your room on board the boat.
Oh, right. She just sent me off without no memory. Isn't that how we got in the stable, I believe it was in the first
That is how
place?
you got in the stable, yeah.
Okay, so do I get to do I don't know if it would be a history check or what
Mhm.
would be best to find my room?
History check, yep. You're gonna be rolling a lot of those.
Perfect. You know what? That I can do. Okay.
All right.
I got a 3.
Your +3 makes it a 6. You wander through the boat, sort of opening doors as you find them, looking around, and you find a lot of little rooms and little closets, but you end up back in the stables again.
Fair enough. At least I made it back
I'll
there.
I'll let you roll investigation if you want to try and find your room one more time.
Yeah. Okay. So you said investigation?
Hmm.
Gonna do D20. Ooh, I got an 18.
Nice. You seem to roll nothing but 3s and 18s.
Apparently. I need to refresh this
All
page
right.
again.
Yes, your +1 makes it a 19. You head back up from the stables, and you seem to find it easier heading this way since you've already gone out of the stables before. And you come up the stairs, and you open just sort of instinctively the first door on your left, and you find a little room that you immediately recognize to be yours, even though it does not look familiar to you at all. As you head inside, you see that this room is basically a greenhouse. It is absolutely full of plants, overflowing with vines. There's a carpet of moss on the floor of this room. And you can roll perception if you would like to see what all's in here. Perceive your own bedroom.
Yes. So you said perception and a
Hmm.
D20. I got a 16. Okay.
Nice. 16 plus 6 makes that a 21. My computer. Give me one moment. Okay.
You're all
As
good.
you look around, yes, you see many, many plants, some of which you recognize and some of which you really don't. And you sort of shift some of the vines around and inspect the shelves that you have in there. So this room consists of a small bed, a bedside sort of bedside table slash dresser, a wardrobe, and a small desk. As you inspect the shelves next to your bed, you find many books on plants, a sketchbook with drawings of some animals as well. In your wardrobe, tucked away, you find some stores of dried meat. And as you glance around, you see some pieces of jewelry in a small wooden bowl on your desk. You see an extra pair of leather boots at the foot of your bed and spare clothing similar to what you have on. And what did you roll? You got a 21?
Uh, I rolled a 16, so I think 21? I don't remember what
Yes.
the... Okay.
All right, with your 21, as you sort of look around, you sit down on the bed and you can feel something hard as you sit down and you get up and sort of sweep a hand under the mattress and you find a small notebook tucked away.
Ooh,
As you
okay.
open it, you realize that it's written in some sort of shorthand. It is in common, but it's very cryptic. You think it'll take some time to decipher, and you can read a bit of it every time that you take a long rest.
That is me. That is me in real life.
Yeah, it takes you several hours to decipher your own notebook.
Yes! Because I tried some shorthand that I was like, oh, I'll remember this. I never remember this.
I love that. All right. So this is a short rest. There are two types of rests you can take in D&D: a short rest and a long rest. A short rest is an hour to like basically 7 hours, and a long rest is 8 hours or more, straight up, 8 hours. Um,
Okay.
when you take a short rest, you can expend what are called hit die to get your health back. So you get more hit die as you level up, but right now your hit die is 1d8. So you're sleeping, taking a nap for about an hour. You can roll 1d8 and add your Constitution modifier, and that is what you get back.
Okay. So you said I roll 1d8?
Hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
And this is... Wait, this is what again that I'm rolling for?
It is you're basically rolling to see how much you recover while you're asleep, like how much you heal while you're sleeping.
Okay. I rolled a 5.
Okay, +3 from your constitution would bring you back up to full. You are all healed up and ready to go.
Yay!
So if you had taken a long rest, you would get all of your hit points back automatically, and then also any spell slots you used would be regained.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I'm keeping track of the spell slots, though. Don't worry about it.
Thank you. Perfect, because I have no clue what I'm doing with that one.
Yes, you are very welcome. Even though it's a short rest, I'll let you look at a little bit of the journal. So go ahead and roll me. What would this be?
Oh, I just
Or no,
realized. Sorry.
yeah. No, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say this website lets me add modifier and advantage, attribute,
Ooh,
and
that's
bonus,
fancy.
assuming you know what those mean.
Yeah,
Yeah, it lets me do that. I just now noticed that. Okay, sorry.
you're good.
That is all.
Roll me investigation to see if you can decipher some of this.
Okay. And that's a d20.
Yep.
20 investigation. A 5 again.
Five again. You aren't able to decipher very much of it, but you can tell that this first page talks somewhat about the very start of your journey, about setting off away from whatever place you call home on a journey somewhere. So it seems that before you lost all your memory, you were traveling somewhere.
Okay. Cool.
All right,
Writing
and
this down.
with your passive perception of a 16, that is just sort of like how observant you are in your day-to-day life, basically. It's a number that represents that. Yours is 16. With your passive perception, you realize that even though you shut the door when you went to bed, it's open now.
Hmm. Interesting.
hmm What would you like to do?
How would I want to do this? Well, actually, is now a good pausing point, like stopping point
Yeah,
right now?
that's a great pausing point.
I think we should take a little bit of a break.
All right, yeah, let's do break time.
Alright. Because I would like to use the bathroom and maybe get some more water, because I didn't hydrate.
Yeah, sounds good. I like to take at least 5 minutes for a break, if not 10. So you can set a timer, or I can set a timer. Someone can set a timer.
I'll start with 5, and we'll see from there.
All right, sounds good. You can just shoot a message on Discord when you are ready.
Sounds good. Okay, we'll be right back.
Yay!
Hello, everyone. I just wanted to hop back on here while we're taking a little break to say, first of all, thank you for everyone who has dropped in today. It is so nice to see everyone here. And of course, even if it's only for a minute, I always appreciate your time that you spend with me. Thank you for sharing it today. And if you are watching this as a VOD, either on Twitch or on YouTube, thank you so much. It's much appreciated. I hope you guys are enjoying this as much as I am, because I am having a blast. So, we're just gonna take a quick little food break. Hi, YouTube. Just take a quick little break for food, get you some water as well, so before we settle back in, because I don't know about y'all, and I don't know about Dave, but I'm in for the long haul. I am enjoying this. Ooh, okay. Now I have to go here so you can see. Whoops. Gotta get that hydrate in. Hold on. Wizzy, that's good enough? I don't wanna, whoops, I don't wanna make myself sick, is the unfortunate part. Also,
That
while
was excellent.
yeah, hello, thank you. I forgot you could just talk. That scared me for half a second.
Yeah,
That was
I
perfect.
can speak.
Oh my goodness, I love that so much. Hello.
Hello.
Do you need another minute or are you okay?
I'm good. Sorry, I was throwing my tea bag away.
No, you are all good. I'm fixing my camera because I got a little off. I think that's good enough.
Okay.
Also, I have a cat in here now. I have a Salem. She
Mm,
couldn't hear. Oh, now she wants out. Of course.
of course.
She's so silly.
Yes. All right. So you have deciphered a tiny bit of your journal, basically saying that you traveled here voluntarily. You're not really sure why, but that was sort of what you were up to, was
Okay.
travel. Um,
Nice.
you've gotten all healed up, and you noticed that although you went to sleep with the door shut, it is open now.
Oh, right.
But through the open door, you can smell cooked crab sort of like wafting in, and it smells pretty good.
Ooh, I want to go to the crab.
All right. Go ahead and roll. I'll let you do perception to try and find the kitchen where the crab is.
Nice. Let me get my dice back up. D20. Ooh, I rolled an 8. What is with the 18s?
I don't know. Are you
I
using
swear.
digital dice too?
I am.
Oh my gosh. I don't know. Well yeah, you easily followed the scent of this crab into the kitchen. You're like a bloodhound tracking crab down right now. And you
Yes.
beeline right in there. As you enter the kitchen, it is a little bit more of a mess than it was when you left. There's some pans left out that Octavia clearly used to make her crab dish. But it's not like horrible. It's not like she threw flour everywhere or anything. But
That's good.
there's gonna be some cleanup to do. You can tell. And
Fair enough.
Octavia has just sat down at the table and turns to you and goes, "Ah, perfect timing." And she hands you a small bowl of what appears to be crab stew.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Should I... Do I want to ask her if she came in my room? Wake me up or something?
You can ask her. You can ask any character pretty much anything you want to ask.
Because I don't know for sure if it was her. And what if it was someone else?
Yeah, you don't know.
I want to ask her.
All right, what would you like to say?
Did you come to wake me up? I don't know.
Oh no, I was checking to make sure that you were all right. You know, you got kind of banged up in the fight.
Oh, you're all good. I was just making sure it was you and not someone else. I don't know.
No one could get past me, she says proudly and sort of like gestures towards her glaive. She is just shoveling crab into her mouth. This seems to be a common theme with her, just kind of going to town when she's eating.
I love that for her.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm ready to eat.
All right, you dig into the crab stew, and there are bits of crab, different vegetables that you cannot identify, and a thick creamy broth in this stew. And it's pretty good. You find you like the crab stew.
Nice.
Octavia, between like massive bites of crab stew, says we should set sail tomorrow. If we head, was it west? I think it was west for a bit. We could dock a few miles closer to the temple. We'll have a ways to go on foot, but it'll still be faster.
Okay. Let's do
I'm
it.
excited to be heading back to the temple.
Me too.
Have you been before? Do you know if you've been before?
I don't know. I can't remember.
That is, I suppose, you would not. Yeah, that makes sense. And she sort of like seems a little disappointed in this, but gives like a solemn nod. It's quite a sight to behold. Hard to imagine that anyone could forget it. I'm a warlock, so my power comes from my patron, similar to how your power comes from sort of your god that you've devoted yourself to.
Nice. So
So
she's a
he has a
warlock.
temple near here.
Cool. Then we better head to bed soon so we can get out of here. We're going bright and early?
Oh yes, well, it's not too late in the day now, and she sort of like heads over to a porthole in the side of the ship, opens it, and sticks her head out for a couple seconds, and then pokes her head back in, comes back inside, and gives a nod, and then says, "Yes, we should be able to make some good time today before we have to camp for the night."
Okay, what are your plans for the rest of the day?
Well, we should probably clean up, she says, sort of like taking in the state of the kitchen. But then we
Yeah.
can, one of us can steer, while the other sort of keeps watch, I suppose.
Yeah, sounds good.
You probably don't remember, but that is how we've been traveling so far.
Okay. I mean, may as well keep what we've been to. I'll figure it out, right?
Yes, you should go. It's like riding a bike. You'll be a natural. Or I suppose like riding a horse is what she'd say.
Fair. Let's do it. Let's go ahead and
All
clean this
right.
kitchen.
All right, the two of you set to work cleaning the kitchen, and you make pretty quick work of it between the two of you. Not too much to wash. There's a couple spills that you mop up, and then the kitchen is set back to its former lovely state. You head up above deck, and you see that it's about a little past noon now. The sun is still pretty high in the sky. You could definitely make it a couple hours on ship before you really need to worry about anything in terms of the sun setting. And Octavia starts to sort of like prep the sails and get you ready to go.
Perfect.
All right. It does not take long before the ship is prepped and you are able to set off. Would you like to steer or would you like to keep watch?
I should probably keep watch first.
All right, then that is going to be a perception check.
Okay. And up. A 12.
Nice. So 12 plus 6 makes that an 18. And does your online site have D100s?
Can I make one? Ooh, it looks like I can make one.
All right, go ahead and make a D100 for me.
Sounds good. And I got a 51.
51. Okay. All right. You begin setting off, and Octavia is steering up on the bow of the ship, and you sort of take some time to glance around the sides of the ship. You stand on deck for a while, up to the crow's nest for a while, back down again, and for quite some time, there's nothing really of note going on. You watch as the port disappears, and the sounds of merchants bustling around, still carving at the crab carcass, fades away into the sounds of open ocean, the breeze, the smell of the briny waters, the gentle wind sort of surrounds you as you continue on your way. You aren't really sure where you're going, but Octavia steers and she looks confident up there at the wheel. And after a while, you start to see off in the distance, sort of in the way you're heading, the water is moving in a way that the other water isn't, and it's hard for you to even describe it as you're sort of looking, but it's like a bunch of miniature waves all in this one little spot, like ripples happening, splashing as you sort of glance, and the other waves are a totally different size from this in a totally different way. This water is moving in a way that it does not look like it should be.
Interesting. Okay. Also, I'm so sorry. Salem has decided to be my problem. So if something
That's
happens.
okay. I can see on the little camera.
Yes. Yep, she's here joining us. So, am I still keeping watch? Right?
Yep, so from here, you could roll some checks to see if you can figure out what the heck's going on. You could alert Octavia, you could shoot at it, you could do nothing.
Oh, wait. Oh, I see. I see what's happening now.
Yes, so you've kept watch and you're watching something.
Okay. We should alert Octavia first. She knows what's going on more than I do right now.
All right, what do you want to say to, or I guess shout over to Octavia?
What's that?
What's what? She calls back, and she sort of like uses her dagger to, she just kind of like stabs it through the spokes of the wheel to hold it from moving as she makes her way down to where you're standing, and raises a hand and sort of looks out over at those choppy waves. Darn it, she says, and then sort of like gives a shake of her head.
What is it?
One of those wiggly things again. That's why we set off together in the first place. Kept running into him.
Aw, man, not another wiggly bitch. A wiggly thing.
Yeah, lots of arms, lots of very grabby. It's right in our path. I could try and go around it, add some time to the trip, and there's no guarantee it wouldn't attack us. Or we could plow ahead. I mean, if we get a good hit on it with the boat, then it wouldn't be too hard to finish it off.
Would it damage the boat, though?
And she sort of like heads to the front of the boat and looks over the side at it and goes, probably not.
Why don't we just go for it, hitting it head on?
All right, well, yeah, let's ram it, she says, and she sort of heads back over to the wheel and says, you have to get your crossbow ready.
Okay, bet. Getting the crossbow
So your
ready.
crossbow's attack bonus is going to be a +3.
Okay.
And your damage is going to be 1d6 + 1.
Okay, I'm so sorry.
You're good, take your time.
Okay, so what was the attack? I missed that one.
It is a +3. So when you roll your 20, you'll add a 3 to see if you hit.
And then the damage is a d6
1
plus.
d6, yep, +1.
Okay. Perfect. Got it.
And those will go up as you level up. Like your attack bonuses and things like that will increase as you level up. You're level 1 right now.
Okay. Perfect.
Have you figured out what class you are yet?
No, I have not.
She did say it.
Wait, did she?
Yes. I didn't think you caught it though.
I missed it. Oh shit.
That's all right. You can always ask her too and see if there's anything that she knows that you don't know. But
The main thing is I'm just not familiar enough with the class types, like, out of character.
Yeah. No, if I was playing this, I would know what I was immediately. But I understand that.
It makes it more fun. Oh,
Yeah,
I
it
think you cut
definitely
out.
does.
Okay, I think we're good.
All right.
I can...
Yeah, sorry, my PC turned itself off. I'm not wiggling the mouse enough.
Oh, that is so fair. Okay.
Yes. All right, so Octavia returns to the wheel, sort of draws her dagger back out of where she stabbed it into the ship, and this seems like she does this a lot with
Yeah.
the wheel and the dagger. And she sort of like adjusts the course a little bit and starts heading right towards the wiggly bit of water, towards this whatever creature is in there, getting ready to ram it. So, you I guess load your crossbow probably and get ready.
Yep, sounds good. I am ready to go.
All right. You approach this wiggly, wavy bit of water, and she's sort of managed to speed the ship up as you approach it to really hit it with all that you have, and she goes ahead and slams into this thing. And I need you to make a dex throw with advantage to stay upright. With advantage because you knew it was coming, so you kind of like brace yourself.
Okay. And that's a D10?
D20.
Or, thank you. That's what I meant. I said the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
it's
got
a
a
saving.
20!
You got a 20. Woo!
Yeah.
All right, with your natural 20, you effortlessly remain on your feet as this boat rams into the side of whatever is under the water. You can see a dark, almost black blood pooling around, and it seems that Octavia has really hit this thing dead on with this ship as it continues to sail past. But even so, tentacles begin to sort of fly out of the water. They're smaller than you'd expect from the size of the patch of water that was wiggling and the amount of force that you hit it with the ship. But there are still a significant amount, and they start to swing around, sort of at towards you guys. So you can go ahead and roll to hit it with your crossbow if you would like to.
Okay. Then, yeah. So that's a D20 as well?
Yep.
Alright. And then I roll a 6.
6 plus 3 makes it what, 7, 8, 9?
Yes.
Okay. You fire. So do you want to aim for a tentacle or kind of for the mass of this creature over the side of the ship?
I'm just gonna... I guess I should just aim for the mask. I'll have
Yeah,
more of
that's
an
gonna be
opportunity to hit.
a little easier. Yeah. You fire an arrow down into the mass, and you see a couple of the tentacles withdraw. It seems like that is sort of an effective deterrent from wiggling around on the deck. As some of the tentacles have started to sort of wiggle their way towards Octavia and are sort of threatening to hit her at this point.
I'm going to pause real quick. I'm so sorry.
You were good. You're good.
My cat is trying to get something that...
Oh no.
Oh, it's a piece of tape. That's what she's trying to get. Let's not. But also, she wants to attack me right now. Okay. We are good.
All right. I'm glad that your cat is safe from the tape.
I don't want her to eat it.
No,
She
she
was
doesn't
going
have
to just
to.
wanted to.
Yes. So you are like kind of half in combat right now. So
Okay.
you can kind of just keep going with things.
Okay. Should I turn on
So
combat
you
music
see,
or...
you can do the combat music if you'd like to. Yes, this is more of an
Let's...
encounter than combat, but you're kind of fighting this thing.
Okay, then we'll go for this one. There was a different song I had. We'll
Ooh,
do this one.
music.
Perfect.
All right. So you notice that there's some tentacles on the deck. None of them are really super close to you, but you are a little concerned about them damaging the ship. There's also some sort of making their way towards Octavia, trying to grab at her ankles. What would you like to do?
Hmm. I want... Can I, like, make a move towards it, I guess? Wait, do I have an action
Yeah.
or a bonus action?
So you're not really in combat. This is just kind of an encounter. So you can just kind of keep doing things,
Oh, then I want to shoot
and
it
things are
again.
gonna keep happening like around you. Yeah. So you can shoot it again if you'd like to.
Yeah.
Your decision right now is kind of, are you staying where you are and shooting over the side of the deck? Or are you going to try and help Octavia?
I will try to help Octavia.
All right. So you run up the deck towards where Octavia is, and how would you like to try and help Octavia?
Um... Am I far enough that I should use my crossbow? Like, do I know how far away I am?
You're right up next to her,
Oh, okay.
so
Then
you're plenty close enough that you could use your hammer,
that's what I
or
was
you
about
could
to
try
say.
something else if you wanted to.
I think I'll... We're gonna try the hammer.
All right, you're just gonna try and smash some of the tentacles that are crawling across the deck.
Yes.
All right, go ahead and roll to hit these tentacles.
Alright, rolling the d20. You can't make this up. I got a 20. What the fuck?
All right. So that is in like encounter combat when you're hitting something. It's called a crit. It's an natural 20. And many people do this differently. I think pretty much everyone handles them differently. the way that I work with them is you are going to automatically do the maximum amount of damage you could have done, and then
Nice.
you're going to roll your damage like normal and add it to that.
Oh, hell yeah.
So you're automatically going to do 12 damage with your two-handed warhammer, 1d10 plus 2, and then you're going to roll 1d10 plus 2 again, just like normal.
Okay. So
And
it's
we're going to add
12
those.
plus what I roll?
Yep.
And D...
1d10.
Where's my... Oh, I think I either got rid of the D10 or decided not to. Okay, so now I have a D10. I got a 5.
Okay, so it's 5 plus 2 plus 12, which I'm going to use my calculator for. So you hit this thing for 19 damage on that blow.
Damn.
A lot of people you do they'll have you roll twice instead of like on a crit, like you'll roll for damage twice and add them together. I
Mm-hmm.
find it more impactful to do you do twice the amount of damage, but the first one is automatically maximum because there's a chance that you roll a 1 twice, and then it doesn't
Yeah,
feel cool. It's like you rolled a 20, you get to so you do 19 damage. You
I
absolutely
love
smash
that.
these tentacles to smithereens. They're just like soup on the deck right now. And they begin to retreat over the side. The other ones down below the deck start to retreat over the side, but there's still a few left. Enough that you could do something if you wanted to.
Hmm.
Or you could also remain with Octavia and continue sailing.
Can I just ask her what she wants to do about it?
Yeah, what do you want to say to her?
Uh, should we clean them up, or are we just gonna keep going? Keep moving forward.
And she turns to you with like a smile on her face and says, "Let's clean them up."
Alright, let's do this. So I guess
All right, so you can run down the deck to use your warhammer, or you could shoot them from here with your crossbow.
we're gonna shoot them from here.
All right, go ahead and roll to hit.
Alright, and I am rolling with the d20?
Mhm.
I got a 9.
All right, a 9 plus 3 is a 12. You're able to spear one of the tentacles with your arrow, and the remaining ones retreat over the side of the ship back into the water, freeing it, and it continues to sail along forward.
Oh no, I think it cut out.
Hello, am I good now? Am I trying
Yes.
to make this thing not automatically turn itself off?
Oh no, you're good, you're good.
The tentacles retreat over the side of the deck, and they release the ship, and you're able to sail on forward.
Yay, we did it!
You did do it. Good job.
Nice. And on that
Ooh.
note, we'll go back to our smooth sailing.
Yes, you continue sailing onward to the west, and several hours pass with nothing going on. The sun starts to set, and you realize that you are getting close to some land again. Octavia effortlessly pulls you into the port, docks the ship. She seems to be an experienced sailor, and she ties the ship to the deck, lowers the sail, and you seem to be at a new port. You can roll perception if you'd like to see what you can see.
Yeah. Let's see. What do we see? I got a 6.
6 plus 6 is 12, which isn't horrible. You take a look around in the darkness and realize that you can see just fine. You are sort of glancing around at this, and even though it is very dark, there's not really any lights here. You realize that for about 60 feet around you in every direction, you can see pretty much as if it was bright out, but you can only really see colors in gray right now. The actual colors themselves aren't really coming through as you're looking.
Hmm.
So this is for you as a player called dark vision, and you have it for 60 feet.
Okay.
And it lets you basically see in the dark, but only in grayscale.
Ah, nice.
Yeah, it is a racial ability, so that is because of the race that you are.
Oh. Still have no clue if I'm being honest. But that's okay.
Yeah, I this one's a tricky one to guess.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you know you have pointed ears, but that's about it.
Would that make me an elf?
It could make you an elf.
That's the only thing I can immediately think of. That is what I wrote down first. Whenever you were like at the very beginning, introduced my character, I was like pointed ears because I know that's gonna be important.
Yeah. Yes.
Wait, oh, and I
Yeah,
have a
you
crossbow. Wait,
you do have a crossbow,
don't
yes.
they? Don't elves do archery? Or is that just Legolas?
Elves can do archery, yes. In D&D, your weapons are determined by what class you are, though, usually, not what race you are. Race gives you your appearance, your movement speed, and some
Oh,
bonuses to some of your skills.
wait. So what is elf a class or a race?
A race.
Okay, okay. So I could be an elf as my race, but
You could be,
the
yes.
class would be associated with the crossbow.
Yeah, so class could be like she said she's a warlock. So her class is warlock, but by looking at her you can tell that she's a human. So her race is human, her class is warlock.
Oh, interesting.
So your
Okay.
race right now you think is elf,
Okay. Cool.
and you're not sure what your class is. Class is druid, paladin, warlock, fighter, like those are classes.
Gotcha. Okay.
Mhm. So you
Sounds
know
good.
that yours can have warhammers and can cast spells.
So I'm got some kind of magic going for me.
You do have some kind of
Hell
magic.
yeah.
And you know you're not a warlock because she said that your magic is similar to hers but not the same.
Yeah, because she said I have a different patron, right? Or
Yeah, she
something like
said that
that.
she has a patron. So basically she has made a pact with some sort of being that gives her power. And she's basically sold her soul to them and now has power because of it. You,
Okay.
she said, get your power from a god that you've sort of like you sort of worship almost.
Okay.
Mhm.
Got it.
Yeah. Yeah, so you take a look around this port and you can immediately tell, even with only 60 feet of really being able to see, that it's not as nice as the other port was. This isn't bustling with merchants. Even though it's nighttime, you can't really see very many stalls. It seems to be a bit more barren, a bit of a smaller town area, smaller port than the one that you just came from.
Okay. Fun.
Um, you see maybe two other ships at the dock as well, maybe 5 stalls in total compared to the hundreds that were at the other dock. But the good news is you also don't see any giant crabs.
Hey, that's a win for me.
It is a win for you. Octavia says, "Looks like we made it. Uh, guess it's time for bed then. Getting dark."
Sounds good to me. Let's hit the hay. But maybe not in the
All
stable this time.
Yes, maybe not the stable. Not one of our best ideas. And she
No.
says with a laugh.
Perfect. I'm ready for bed.
All
It's been
right.
a long
You two
day.
head down to your rooms. You're able to find your way back to yours. You kind of know where it is now. Small ship. And you see Octavia go into a room right across the hall from yours. The door is literally like directly across from yours. So it seems like
Oh,
coming up from the
okay.
stables, yours is on the left, hers is on the right.
Okay, I was about to say, I remember I wrote down where you told me it was in relation to the stable. So does that
Mhm.
mean in theory my character will just know unless something happens?
Yeah, your character, unless you like forget your memory again, you now know where it is basically.
Okay, perfect.
Mhm. Yeah. Some things you would need to roll a history check for. Like, if you were trying to just take the boat and sail it back the way that you came, you're not gonna remember the whole way. You need to remember, like, roll several history checks. But it's there's like 10 rooms in this thing in total. You know which one is yours.
Got it. Perfect.
Yep. All right. So you head to bed and you're going to long rest now. So you will get your backup full already. I'm going to mark that you have all your spell slots back,
Perfect.
and Octavia has hers back.
Nice.
And she'll heal up to full. If you had any sort of conditions or status effects, like if you had a point of exhaustion from doing anything, or if you were poisoned, they will go away now. But you have managed to not get poisoned today, so
Nice.
all
Okay.
right. And you can take another crack at deciphering that journal if you'd like.
Yes.
So this is going to be investigation again. I'm pretty sure that's what I made you roll last time to try and read what you've written.
And it's a d20?
Yep, D20 plus 1 for investigation.
I got a 20.
You got a 20?
I'm
Alright.
not. I'm kidding.
I believe you. I believe you. I trust you. You look at the first page of this journal, and it all just sort of comes rushing back to you. Not only are you able to read what it says, but you can almost remember the actual day of you
Uh-huh.
sort of setting off. You remember being in this wooded area full with these small almost like tree houses, like actual homes up in the trees. And you remember talking to people, more people with pointed ears like you, dressed in similar clothing, adorned with jewelry, but of all different colors. Some wear reds, oranges, sort of autumny colors. Some wear greens and pinks like yourself. Others wearing much deeper greens, sort of colors that remind you of summer, and some wearing whites and blues, and jewelers that almost look like ice or small snowflakes. And you're talking to these people, and you can't quite in this memory make out what they're saying, but as you glance down at your paper again, you realize that they sent you off on a journey. You were sent here. You didn't decide to travel on your own. The page, I'm not gonna I didn't write it out word for word, but you read on this paper that this is a journal of sorts, and that the first entry is of you being sent out by your people to investigate something. And you
Okay.
were very vague even in your shorthand here. It seems like this is a very secretive mission that you didn't want, even if someone were to find the journal, even in the shorthand and the less than excellent handwriting, you didn't want them, even if they deciphered it, to know what you were talking about, which unfortunately includes yourself.
Damn. But it's okay. We're getting there.
Yes, you
Okay.
are getting there. Yeah, so that is your first page. It talks about setting off from home, being sent by sort of elders in your village, and being sent on this important mission.
Nice.
And you have more than enough information to deduce this if you knew D&D races. So I'm going to tell you, you are an Eladrin. Eladrin, which is a type of elf based on seasons.
You said Eladrin?
Yes.
Okay, so then if I have green and pink jewelry, does that make me like spring or something? Because I like plants as well.
Our spring, yes.
Nice. Okay, so I got that much.
Yeah,
Cool.
so you're spring
Thank you.
Eladrin, you're learning.
Woo! We're getting there.
Yes.
Nice. Okay, cool.
Yeah. And then yeah, like I said, you rest and you are back up to full. And you've deciphered the first page of your journal. Congratulations.
Yay! Thank you.
Woo! All right. Um you wake up in the morning having slept pretty well, and you get out of bed and don all of your equipment that you had taken off to sleep. The door is still closed this time. No shenanigans seem to have happened in the night.
Perfect.
What would you like to do?
Um, let's go meet back up with Octavia. See
All
what her
right, where
plans
would
for
you
the day.
like to look for Octavia?
Her room, I guess you said it's right across the hall, right?
Yep, yeah, it is right across the hall. So, you walk up and you knock on the door a couple times, and you don't really hear any stirring in there. You don't really hear any response.
Okay. Then maybe we should check out, I don't know, on the deck.
Okay,
Or can we just look
you
around, investigate or something?
you could roll investigation if you wanted to try and find Octavia.
Let's do that. Let's keep it
All
fun.
right. Yeah, give me a roll.
11.
11. 11 plus 1. As you begin sort of searching the ship, you could smell coffee coming from the kitchen.
Nice. Let's head that way. Follow the coffee.
All right, you're able to follow the smell of coffee through the ship and into the kitchen, where Octavia has made a significantly larger mess, making some sort of bread dough, it seems, this morning. She sat at the table eating a what like a wrapped crab meat that she's wrapped in this bread that she's made.
Ooh, okay.
Yes.
Nice.
and the kitchen is just splattered in batter. It looks like maybe she heated it too long and it just kind of exploded like all over the kitchen. It's all over the window, it's all over the sink, it's on the counters, it's everywhere.
Aw, man.
Yeah, but there is a place setting for you, and a cup of coffee with a couple of these wraps, and there is a very bright orange sauce that she is dipping hers in, and you seem to have a little pot of the same sauce.
Ooh, I'm
It's
starving.
like straight neon orange sauce. And you sort of sit across from her, and she is again going in on these on her little wrap, absolutely demolishing it.
Fair enough. Let's dig in.
All right. Would you like to try the sauce, or are you gonna skip it?
I mean, I'm assuming she made it and she's eating it, so
She made it, and she's eating it. Yes.
I'm just gonna go for it. She wouldn't prank
All
me,
right.
right?
You take your wrap and you dip it in the sauce, and you take like a small amount. You're kind of trying to decide if you like it or not, and you take a bite of this wrap, and the first thing that hits you is the spice. It is what you believe to be the spiciest thing you've ever tasted in your life. Apparently, the whatever is making this sauce bright orange is also making it fiery hot. But you don't really mind the spice. You find you're able to tolerate it quite well, despite feeling the heat rising off of this little cup of sauce. And you're able to also taste the salty crab, and the bread is very nice and light and fluffy as you eat your crab wrap.
Ooh, worth the mess it sounds like.
Yeah, very worth the mess, or at least Octavia seems to think so. As she's sort of sipping her coffee, she's finished her wrap over there, and she gives a little like good morning wave to you as she's her mouth is very full.
Perfect. Good morning to her too. I guess I should
She
finish my
sort of
breakfast.
yeah, you as you finish your breakfast, she sort of finishes up hers. She starts clearing the table and sort of piling the dishes into the very dough-filled sink at this point.
Nice.
And she sort of looks at you to see if you were finished eating.
I think I'm finished.
All right. She takes your dishes, adds them to the sink, and with a wave of her hand, the mess just vanishes before your eyes as she casts some sort of spell that just the dough is gone, the dishes are clean, the like even dust that has accumulated in the night is just gone in an instant.
Amazing.
Yes,
I
and she
need
says, "Yes,
that.
prestidigitation, quite the spell."
Wait, what was this?
It's prestidigitation.
I
I
need to
can
learn this
I
one
can
if I
send
don't
it
know
to
it.
you on Discord.
Please do. Oh, that's all one word.
Prestidigitation, yes.
Oh.
It is one word. Prestidigitation.
I
Yep.
wasn't too
It
far
is.
off.
You weren't to no, you're good. You're good.
I had it as press to like TO and then
Oh,
digitation. So you know what? Not too far off.
not too shabby, not at all. That's a very fun spell because not only does it clean everything up, you also get to say the word prestidigitation.
Yes. I'm so here for it.
Mm-hmm.
Do I know that one?
You do not. You
Ah,
do not know
damn.
that one. Yeah.
Fair enough.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. She's got me covered, I hope.
She does have you covered, yeah. It's not one of the ones that your class gets, so.
Oh, I was wondering. Okay. So your class
Mm-mm.
does affect which spells and stuff you can do?
Yep, different classes have different spells that they can cast. So like, warlocks can cast prestidigitation, but whatever class you are, just can't. That's just not one of the spells that you are able to cast.
That makes sense. Ooh.
Yeah. And Octavia sort of smiles proudly as she prestidigitations away the bread dough and mess that she has managed to create while you were still asleep.
You know? Look, she cooked. I'm not gonna complain. As long as she
Yeah,
cleans, like, she cleaned it up, what can I do? Who am I to judge?
she did exactly. And she says, "All right, are you ready to set out?"
I am ready.
All right, got your symbol, got your prayer book.
Yes.
All
Do I
right,
need to take
perfect.
do I need to take anything else with me or just should I take my
I
journal with
think
me?
that's. Oh, you can take your journal with you if you want. Yeah. You have like a bag a magical bag that you can put things in.
Do I have a limit to what I can carry in said magical bag?
There is no limit. Nope. That's the bag is magical in that way that it basically makes everything kind of weightless.
Nice. Okay. Then
Yeah,
let's take it
I
with
as
me.
a DM don't like encumbrance rules, and there is technically a limit to how much stuff you can carry, but I don't really care about it. So you can carry as much stuff as you want.
I mean, if we're already incorporating magic into this to begin with, like,
Yeah.
let's go on Mary Poppins and have a magical bag.
Yeah, so you have what's called a bag of holding, which can hold a heck of a lot of stuff. It's just a small little pouch, and you can put your warhammer in there if you want.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yep.
But you know what? I like to have it ready.
Yeah, it is easier to have it on your back and just ready to go. So.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, you head on up above deck to this little dock, and it is morning now. It's a little bit later in the morning than when you got up yesterday, so the sun's already up, and you can see the town in its full colorful glory in the daylight, which is mostly a lot of brown and green. This is not again anything like the other merchant stalls where they have these colorful awnings and bright signs to attract attention. There's just a couple little stalls. You see that of the like 4 or 5 that are here, only one is actually open and being manned at this time, and it appears to be someone selling fish hooks.
Cool.
Mhm.
Very nice. So,
Octavia sets off confidently down the dock and just breezes past the fish hook guy, who doesn't really seem to be paying much attention to her anyway. He's got a book open, he's kind of reading it.
I shouldn't bother him. We'll let him be. I'm just gonna
Yeah,
follow
all
her.
right. All right, you follow along after Octavia and head up the dock, and you realize now that you couldn't see in the darkness because they were too far away. But now you can see that this town is this little sort of fishing village is at the base of 2 very tall mountains. You are sort of heading towards this valley between these 2 absolutely giant, vast mountain peaks.
Perfect.
Yeah, it is a heavily wooded area as they go farther up the mountains, but towards the base here the trees thin out and it's almost like a field or a clearing. The path is quite worn. It seems that people sometimes ride horses through here. You can see hoof prints in the ground and tracks from wheels.
Okay.
And yeah, you follow Octavia into this forest valley and go ahead and roll me your D100 again.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, I see. I'll have to alternate between a D10 and D100, but that's easy enough.
Yeah.
Oh, I was like, why is this still rolling D20? It's because I didn't select D100. Okay, well, I got a 21.
21. All right. A lot of times it'll do a percentile and a D10 and sort of combine them to make a D100. So that might be what it's doing.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
gotcha.
like an improvised D100 because D100s are very circular and easy to roll off of tables. So a lot of people just do that.
That makes a lot of sense.
They're like
Okay.
straight up just a tennis ball with numbers.
We love
Yeah,
that.
you begin to head through this little valley, and it sort of continues on as far as you can see. But Octavia doesn't seem to even bat an eye at it. She's just continuing on. And even though, like I said, there's some hoof prints in the ground and some wheel tracks, most going the same way that you are. She doesn't seem to want to stop for or like she has no concerns about the distance that you're traveling today.
Cool.
So you continue on through the valley for some time, and with your passive perception of a 16, you begin to hear rustling in sort of the brush on either side of this worn path. And at first you don't think much of it, just wind, but you continue on for another couple minutes and you kind of hear it again, and you continue on for another couple minutes and you kind of hear it again, and it just kind of keeps going.
Oof. I'm gonna alert Octavia.
What do you want to say to her?
Did you hear that rustling?
Wrestling, and she sort of stops to listen, and then you hear the wrestling again very clearly off to your right, and
Over
she gives
there.
a small nod.
Oh, she gets stronger.
And
Okay, she heard it.
now that she's your passive perception is higher than hers, so now that you've pointed it out, she can like basically make a perception check instead of just using her passive.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yep. So she sort of turns towards the bush and draws a dagger, and begins to sort of approach the bush.
Cool. I guess I'll follow her with my warhammer.
All right. Octavia approaches the bush, or I guess the brush on the side. And it's pretty thorny, so she reaches out and sort of like pokes it with her dagger, and she's starting to spread the branches apart. And out from the bushes, with this movement, tumbles this little creature. It's just this sprawl of a creature just emerging from these bushes, and it makes a squeak as it like falls out of the brush flat on its face, similar to how you fell the other day on the docks.
Aww.
And you see this little guy. I will send you a link to what he looks like. For those in chat though that might know, this is a kobold,
Okay, hold on.
and it is a very tiny one. So if you click that link, you can kind of. Oh, it's got the picture right there. There you go. That's kind of what
Oh,
he looks
yeah.
like. But like a little guy, like he's just small. He's clearly not like as old as the one in the, just like if you Google kobold, the kobold picture. And again, he is sort of like scrambling to his feet on the path, and he raises this little stick that he's sharpened and points it at you. But he does not look intimidating in any way. He's just kind of chilling on the path, like squeaking at you right now.
Part of me wants to, like, give him my toothpick and be like, maybe this will work better. But no, I know that's not
You
true.
can if you want to.
No, I won't actually do
You
that.
okay?
No, I won't be mean. Or well, I don't know, maybe I should be mean. It's
I
the
don't know.
ones you don't think are threatening that are the real threats.
That gets very true.
Okay. Can we how do I go about, do I investigate? Or how do I find out if
You
he's trying to hurt me or
can
not?
You can roll insight to see if he seems like threatening, hurty vibes, or if he's scared, or if he kind of wants to be friends. That will be insight.
Yeah, let's roll for insight.
All right, you get to learn a new modifier.
Ooh. Okay, so what do I roll?
D20, and you're gonna add 6.
Oh, nice. I got a 17 and you said plus 6.
Yep. So
Perfect.
pretty
20.
pretty good. As you look at this little guy, you can tell that he seems to have been following you in the brush for some time. You can see little like scratches in his armor from the briars, and he doesn't look particularly hurty, even though he is waving a little sharpened stick at you. He mostly just looks like he's afraid of you guys. You are brandishing a giant warhammer at him, and Octavia's got a dagger pointed at him.
I mean, that's fair.
Mhm.
Okay, so like should we just, I don't know, talk to him, I guess?
You can talk to him. Yeah, what do you want to say?
Um, hi, how's it going?
And the
Fancy
guy
seeing you
makes
here.
like a startled squeak noise and sort of like jumps. He sort of makes this jumping movement, almost like he's jumping at you, but he doesn't actually go anywhere. He kind of just lands in the same spot.
Can I understand him?
It seems to just be frantic squeaking. If he can speak Common, which is like the D&D version of English, he isn't right now.
Okay. Um, can we help you?
And as you say, "Can we help you?" What comes out of your mouth, you can understand perfectly, but you know innately that this isn't common that you've just spoken. You've spoken another language, and the little creature seems to understand this one, and lowers his little stick a little bit and goes, "Food."
Oh, do we have crab left?
You do have crab left.
Or,
Yes,
well,
there's
I guess I
cooked
don't
crab
know.
in your bag that Octavia has packed.
I don't know if you can eat, if this can eat crab, this little friend. Um, I guess, can we give him a little bit of food? Whatever is we have that's good for him.
Yeah, you can give him some crab. You have just like cooked meat that doesn't have like sauces or anything on it, that's just ready to be sort of made into another dish.
Perfect. Then we give him a little bit of cooked crab for a little
Yeah, you
guy.
hold out like a piece of cooked crab, and he just like snatches it and starts eating the cooked crab. And
Perfect.
Octavia turns to you and goes, "Draconic? I didn't know you spoke that, cleric."
Hey, cleric! Perfect. Okay. Hold on. I need to write this down.
Take your time. So you're a cleric who speaks Draconic and Common.
Interesting.
hmm Which you would I guess you really wouldn't know because you've lost your memory, but like it would be common knowledge in this world that Draconic's kind of an unusual thing for basically an elven cleric to speak,
Okay.
which you can deduce is why she's commenting on it. Like that's a little strange
Yeah.
of a language choice for you.
Interesting. Makes sense.
Mhm.
Okay. Nice.
You got it all
Yeah.
written.
Yeah. I'm
All
good.
right. All right. And the little kobold eats his crab meat and gives a proud nod at you, like that was what he wanted.
Aw.
And he holds out his hand, and you can tell that there's something enclosed in his fist, but you can't tell what it is yet.
Okay. I will, like, hold out my hand. Take it from him.
And he drops into your palm probably the slimiest necklace chain you've ever touched in your life. You don't know why it's slimy. It doesn't look like it should be, but it just is.
That's
And it's a
fun.
tiny bit rusted, but it looks like it could be cleaned up.
Okay.
And he seems to be offering you this as payment for the crab.
Fair enough. So you said the slimy necklace chain?
Yes.
Cool.
Right, and then he scampers back off into the bushes, and you can sort of see the brush rustling back the way that you came. It seems like he has succeeded in whatever he came here to do.
Awesome. Perfect. Good for the little guy.
Right. Octavia sort of exchanges a look with you of like interesting, strange encounter, and then she sits back off on the path.
Alright. Loud follower, let's go.
All right, you continue through the valley for a couple more hours before you reach sort of the end of this mountain of these two giant mountain peaks, and it opens up into this significantly sized lake. It wouldn't take you more than half an hour to walk around the edge of it, but it's a pretty good sized lake, and you can see the sun glinting off of it. Towards the right side, off in the distance, you can see what appears to be someone fishing at the lake. But the left side of the lake is clear. And Octavia sort of sits down on a nearby stump and begins to eat some of her crab for lunch.
Cool. I guess I'm gonna join her.
Yeah, so you are able to, if you want to, you have some crab stew that is packed that you could heat, or you have a couple of crab wraps also ready that you could just kind of eat.
I've... Does it matter which one?
Nope.
I'll just...
Just flavor choices, like how you
Yeah.
feeling.
We're gonna go for another wrap. It's a wrap kind of day.
All right. You eat one of your wraps. Do you put sauce on it or no?
Enough that I can tolerate, but it's not gonna absolutely wreck me. Just enough.
Yeah, you eat a modest amount of sauce, a tolerable amount of the very, very spicy sauce on your wrap. And you guys have your lunch and then get ready to head around the lake. And Octavia seems to sort of be sizing up which side she wants to go around. It does look like the right side is a little bit less of a significant curve. It would be a little bit faster to go that way, but it does have someone fishing on that side. The left side is a bit of a steeper curve. It takes slightly longer to go that way, but it's unoccupied at this time.
Let's go the... You said the easier way? The one that has a
Is
person
on the
by
right.
it? Let's go to the right.
All right, and she sort of gives a nod and seems to approve of this choice, and you set off to the right side of the lake. It takes you a little bit of time to make it around to where the person is fishing, but as you approach, you see that it is a man slumped back against a rock with his hat down over his face, and he's just kind of sitting there fishing. He appears to be asleep.
Maybe we shouldn't bother him. We'll let him sleep.
And you say this and you see that Octavia, like you're sort of looking at him and you say, maybe we shouldn't bother him while he's sleeping. And you look over and Octavia's like going through his bag actively right now.
Well, definitely don't want to wake him now. Well, I shouldn't yell that. Well, definitely don't want to wake him now.
And she sort of shrugs and like he's not using this bag right now and continues sort of digging through it. But she doesn't seem to find anything of interest and closes the bag back up.
Okay, if she's done searching, then let's head on up the path before he wakes back up.
All right. Go ahead and roll me a stealth check.
Okay. Assuming that's a D20. I'm gonna
Yes, it
refresh
is.
the page because it.
Yep, go ahead.
Well, I got a 3.
You got it. And you're actually rolling this with disadvantage because of your heavy armor.
Oh no. Wait, what was this again?
This is stealth, so you roll it
Stealth.
twice and take the lower number.
Oh, okay. Then. Well, okay, I rolled a 20 and then I rolled a 7. Okay, so we'll go with a 3.
Well, it's alright because Octavia only got a 5, and your stealth is +1, so you got a 4, she got a 5. You
Fun.
begin walking, and as you two are trying to kind of like sneak cautiously around this guy, you're both so focused on not making noise that you're not paying attention to where the other one is, and you trip over each other and tumble into a very loud, clanky armory heap directly behind the rock that this man is leaning against. He immediately startles awake and sort of begins looking around. And he doesn't seem to see you because of where the rock is, but it seems that as soon as you move, he's gonna see you immediately.
Got you. I guess we should keep going, right?
you you come out sort of from behind the rock, and the man has lifted his hat now and goes, "Oh, hello there.
Hi, how's it going?
Just doing some fishing." And he doesn't seem to notice. It seems like Octavia's put his bag back successfully, and he is not really noticing that it's been tampered with.
Nice. Catch any good fish today?
Oh, none yet.
Well,
And he sort of gives like a sad shake of his head and sort of pulls in his line and checks that it's baited before casting it back out.
fair enough.
Yeah, you can sort of deduce that maybe the reason he hasn't caught anything is because he's been asleep.
Yeah. Makes sense.
And he turns back to his fishing. It seems like you are free to go on your way.
Cool. Let's go on.
All right. You make it the rest of the way around the lake and begin heading into a sort of a heavier wooded area. It seems like this was some sort of clearing, and now the woods from the mountains extend around the lake and meet back together on the other side. And Octavia again confidently leads the way into the woods. She pulls a torch from her bag and lights it so that you can both see in full color as you continue onward.
Perfect.
And how are you feeling right now? Like you Caleb?
Me, Caleb? I'm feeling
Mhm.
great.
Yeah. Do you want to keep going or do you want to stop
Yes.
here?
No, I want to keep going.
All right, we can continue going. We've hit the 2 hour mark, so I wanted to check in.
Ooh, very nice.
Yeah, it is very nice. You need another break or anything? How you feeling?
What do you think? Should we take a pause or should we keep going?
We can take a pause.
Yeah, just for good measure.
Yeah, we went for about an hour, took a pause, about another hour, another pause.
That's probably for the best.
All right. Quick break and then we will be back.
Yes, see y'all in a minute. Hello, hello. I'm getting myself set back up. Oh no, I still have my volume on. Hold up. Come on, I like to listen to the background noise while we're doing this, while I'm taking a break. Okay, give me just a second, and then I will do a hydrate. I'll be back. I just gotta get myself settled.
All right, take your time.
I literally started to drink water before changing my camera over, but it's okay. I didn't drink it all yet. Hydrate or dihydrate, am I right?
For real. I'm drinking peach tea right now.
That also sounds good.
It is
Perfect.
Good. It's good.
Okay.
I'm like allergic to drinking water. I refuse to do it.
I feel that in my soul. See, the water is to accompany the Mountain Dew I have here.
Nice. I've had 2 cups of green tea, and this is my first bottle of peach tea.
Nice. Have you seen the memes where it's like, I have one for hydration, one for flavor, one for caffeine?
Yes.
That is me most of the time.
I love it. I don't think my peach tea has caffeine. I hope it doesn't.
Well, I hope not for you if you're not wanting caffeine.
It doesn't say it does.
Hopefully it would specify. Is it a green tea?
This one's iced tea, but the green tea doesn't. I get decaffeinated specifically.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I have way too much caffeine in a day, but
I feel that in my soul. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of why I got Mountain Dew, though, is because I know it has a lot more caffeine comparatively, but it's also
uh-huh.
cheaper than Monsters and stuff, so...
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fair.
it's my little life hack. Get the caffeine with less money.
I love it.
Yes. Okay. I think I am about settled and ready whenever you are. I'm excited.
Give me 1 second to
Oh,
find some of
yes.
my notes.
Absolutely. Let me get mine all set up. I also freed the Salem, so hopefully we will have a little less interruptions. Oh, how's my
I
mic
love it.
sounding as well? I meant to ask.
It still sounds good to me.
Okay, cool. If it starts sounding bad, just let me know, because I can change it. I don't know if it'll be better, necessarily, but
All
we'll
right,
try.
I am set to go.
Perfect. I am ready.
All right, so you have gone around the lake. Octavia sort of searched through this random guy's bag, but decided not to take anything from it. And you made it around and are heading into a forest area now.
Cool. Let's go to the forest.
All right, you head into this fairly dense forest. There's not even really a discernible path between the trees. It seems like this area is not super well traveled. You can kind of deduce that the people who travel on a horse this direction are maybe coming for the lake specifically, or are going up the mountain at some point. Aren't really coming through the forest quite as much.
Okay.
And as you head through, the forest is lit by Octavia's torch as well as your own dark vision. You're able to see fairly well for about 60 feet around you, from what you can see through these very dense pine trees. You continue on through for a while without really any incidents before you start to hear some rustling up above you this time.
Ooh. Then I
And
will alert Oh, sorry.
you're alerting Octavia.
Yeah, I was just gonna alert her.
You turn to tell Octavia about this rustling, and you can see that she has noticed it too, and is sort of looking up at the trees a bit curiously, trying to discern what exactly it is up there. After a moment, she sort of just shrugs and starts to continue forward.
Then I'm just gonna shrug and follow her.
All right. You continue along, and for a while, the rustling seems to sort of follow overhead. But again, Octavia doesn't really show any sign of really being worried about that. And you continue, and the trees begin to open up a bit more. They're farther apart now, and it seems like you're gonna make it out without much problem as you sort of approach this clearing. And just as you're sort of thinking, it seems like I might make it out of here without any problem. You hear several thumps behind you of something dropping from the trees.
Oh no. We're turning around, I guess.
You and Octavia whip around, and you see a small band of goblins are standing there, with armed with clubs and hand axes mostly.
Okay. I have a question. I think this is outside of character.
What's your question?
Do I know how, like, tall my character is? I mean, I guess I can assume because I'll be able to, like, in character see.
Yeah, you're about 6 feet tall.
Okay.
You're a medium creature for things that require you to be a
Okay.
medium creature.
Okay. Hold on. Where did I?
You're a bit taller than Octavia. She's shorter. I don't have a height
Oh,
written down for
okay.
her, but I can assume that she's like 5'8".
Cool. And you said I'm what? 6 foot?
Yep, 6 foot even.
Nice.
Mhm.
Cool. I just kind of need some perspective between me, the goblins, and everything.
Yeah,
Cool.
the goblins are like knee height, if that. They're tiny. They're little guys.
Okay.
Very very kickable, honestly.
Ready to punt some goblins, potentially. Let's
Yeah,
go. I'm not gonna
they
actually
seem
start off
ready to.
striking.
They seem ready to hit some shins with clubs too.
Oh, okay, then maybe I do want to go in kicking and screaming. I don't know.
It is up to you. That does seem to be what Octavia is doing, though, and you recognize the spell that she cast earlier. This blast of energy that she sends towards these goblins. And they almost resemble what you, Caleb, would know as bowling pins being just sent knocking over. As they sort of fly in every direction, but they do kind of get back up to their feet and scramble and start coming towards you guys. So you can discern that they're about to attack you.
Gotcha.
What would you like to do?
Um. Oh, we're gonna attack. How would I
All
do
right.
this?
You could reach them with either your warhammer or your crossbow or your spells.
So I'm trying to figure out what, because there's multiple goblins, right?
Yep, there's about 5 of them.
Okay. Um. I'm trying to decide what I could like hit the mass with potentially. So I assume with the warhammer, especially I have like 2 hands, I could go for like a swipe. Or like, are there specific moves? Does that make sense?
So you can do something in D&D called cleaving, which is if you use a melee attack to hit a creature and you kill it, it cleaves the damage into the next one. So like let's say that these goblins have like 2 hit points. If you hit one with for 10 damage and you kill it, then you hit the next one with 8 of the damage and kill it, and then you can hit the next one with the remaining 6 damage
Yeah.
and kill it as well.
Oh, okay, cool. That makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, so it depends how hard you hit the first one.
Gotcha. Then we're gonna go for the warhammer. Because you said that's with
All
melee
right.
specific weapons.
Yep, that's melee.
I assume I can't shoot multiple arrows, right? At once.
Um,
Or in one
you could,
action.
but it'd be harder. You'd have to make an additional roll to like load it, kind of.
Okay. We're just gonna go for the hammer.
All right. Go ahead and roll to hit with your warhammer.
Okay. This is a 20 to see if it hits.
Mhm.
Right? Ooh, I got a
Yep.
13.
Nice. 13 plus your 4 for your attack bonus makes that a 17, which is gonna hit these little guys. So go ahead and roll me your damage. You're gonna do 1d12 plus 2.
So 1d12. I got a 10.
Nice. All right. It's 1d10 plus 2, but that works because it was a 10.
Perfect.
All right. Is it 10 plus 2 for a total of 12, or is it?
Yeah, 10 plus 2 for a total
All
of
right.
12.
You strike the first goblin with your warhammer, and between the damage from whatever spell Octavia cast and the collision from your warhammer, you can hear bones snapping as this goblin falls lifeless to the ground, and your warhammer continues slamming into the side of the next goblin and injuring it.
Nice.
Would you like to do anything with your bonus action?
Um, I don't have another attack spell
You can kick
as
it.
my bonus. Oh, right! I want to kick them. I want to punt these little guys. That's right.
All right, roll to kick.
D20
Yep.
got another 10, I guess.
Nice. All right. So +2 makes it a 12, which also hits. You punt this goblin in the chest, and you're gonna roll me a D4 plus your strength for damage.
D4. Ooh, I rolled a 3.
Nice. So it's gonna be a total of 5. You kick this goblin in the chest with your armored foot, and you again hear bone snapping as it sort of flies backwards and lands limp and lifeless on the ground.
Nice. Wait, did you say my strength was 2 or 3? Or, I mean, 1 or
It's
2? Plus 2?
+2. Yep.
Dope.
So
Let's
your
write it
strength
down.
score is a 15, and the modifier with that is a 2.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
I can never remember what the ability score modifiers are, but it's kind of like, I think 8 and 9 are -1, 10 and 11 is 0, 11 and or 12 and 13 is +1, 14 and 15 is +2, all the way up to 20 being a +5.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Cool.
Yeah, so the numbers just kind of dictate like how good you are at things.
Cool.
Yeah, you actually do not have any minuses. Congratulations.
Woo! That's impressive
Um,
considering I don't know anything.
yeah. Octavia has already gone with her little blast, and you have now gone, so it is the remaining 3 goblins' turns, the 3 that you've not killed yet. So
Cool.
they're gonna make some attacks. Alright. The goblins rush forward, and the first one rushes forward so intensely that he kind of just rushes past you and is not successful in hitting either of you. He kind of forgets to swing on the way by, it seems. The
Aw.
other 2 land at 1 hit on you and 1 on Octavia. The one coming towards you has a club, and he strikes you with it, dealing 2 points of damage.
Okay.
The other has a hand axe who strikes Octavia, dealing a few points of damage as well.
Okay.
And that is the goblin's turn. What would you like to do?
We're gonna attack him again. I'm gonna use my warhammer.
All right.
I'll go
There is now
first.
2 goblins in front of you and 1 behind you. Are you going for the 2 in front so you can maybe cleave?
Oh, I forgot. Okay. There's 2 in front, 1 behind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm
The
just
one
gonna
just kind of struck past.
Do I know comparatively how my warhammer is compared to Octavia's? I don't even know what all weapons she has. I know she has
You've
the, like, dagger thing,
yeah,
right?
you've seen her use daggers, and you've seen her use a glaive, and you've also seen her cast spells.
Okay. I don't know. I'm just gonna go for it. Press my luck and go for the 2.
All right, go ahead and roll to hit the 2 in front of you with your warhammer.
Okay. Just going for a D20. I got a 1.
Okay, so when you roll a 1, with a 20 being the highest you can roll, when you
That
roll a
one.
20, special good things happen. When you roll a 1 being the lowest you can roll, special bad things happen. So,
Oh
with this
no.
1, you swing your great hammer, and you've again sort of forgotten the weight of this, and before you've kind of been swinging it, not realizing the weight, and you've been swinging a little bit, not quite hard enough to really get it to go where you want it to. And this time you're feeling confident. You've just killed a couple goblins. You kind of overswing, and you send this hammer flying, and it spins you around, and you it just are unable to keep a grip on your hammer, and you send it flying off to the side.
Big rip.
Big rip. So you also have a bonus action that you can use.
I guess I'm gonna go for the kick.
All right, go ahead and roll to
Oh
hit
wait,
the little guy.
actually, I lied. Do I have to, like, take an action to go grab my hammer?
So you can go get it using just your movement. Like going over there and getting it is movement. But if you
Okay.
leave and run away and turn your back on the goblins, they get to swing on you.
Okay. I don't want to do that. I'm just gonna go for kicking him.
All right, go ahead and roll to kick one of these little suckers.
Okay. Roll. We got a 5!
Okay, that's better. It's a 5 + 2, which is what 5, 6, 7. That just hits, and you are gonna go ahead and roll me your damage. It's 1d4 + 2.
Okay, we got a D4. We got a 3 again? Okay, that's good at least. At least we're getting with the damage. So
All
3
right.
+ 2.
Yep, you kick the goblin on the right, sending him flying backwards, and he's not really moving where he lands. So it seems like you've killed another goblin.
Yeah.
All right, and it is now Octavia's turn. And she's gonna glaive the guy up front. And you watch as Octavia, she sort of sees your hammer go flying, then you kick some guy, and she's like, all right. And she swings her glaive, and it just goes like clean over this goblin's head. Like she has totally misjudged how tall goblins
Oh
are, and
no.
sends her glaive, swings it over her head. She doesn't let go of it, but she does miss with her glaive attack. And it is
Aw.
now the goblin's turn.
Ooh.
All right, and since they are flanking you, they do roll with advantage, and they both hit. The one in front of you manages to club you in the shin, dealing 3 points of damage.
Damn.
And the one behind you sort of takes a running leap, and you hear it more than you see it, but a running leap and just stabs Octavia like right between her shoulder blades, dealing several points of damage.
Gotcha.
It is now the player's turn. What would you like to do?
I'm just gonna write this real quick.
Yeah, go for it.
Wait, so there's still 2 goblins left, right?
There's still 2 goblins left, yeah.
The one attacked Octavia from behind, so where directionally is he? Is he still behind us?
Yeah, he's still behind you, so he sort of jumped up, stabbed, and then dropped down.
Okay, then I'm gonna go for him
All right, what would you like to
with
do?
my bow.
All right,
Assuming he's
go
far
ahead and
enough I
roll
can
this.
shoot, right?
You can hit him, yeah.
Okay. Then we're gonna go for the bow. We're going to roll a d20. There we go. I got a 3.
3 + 3 does not hit. You fire an arrow off on this goblin, but he seems to be more nimble than the others and sort of rolls out of the way. You still have your bonus action.
Okay, then can I try to... Does that make the one that was in front behind me now, or...
Yeah.
Okay, can I still kick it? Or can I still kick... I
You
guess
can
I can
turn
just
back
kick.
around and kick
Okay.
him.
I'm gonna try to kick... I guess does it matter which one? Like, do I
Nope.
have to pick? Okay. I'm just gonna aim to kick one of them.
All right, just do like a sweeping kick and hope you hit one.
Yeah. There we go. A sweeping kick. And
All
I
right.
just dropped my pencil. Ooh, I got an 18.
Nice. All right. Yeah, you land a pretty solid kick on one of these goblins. As you sweep your leg, you manage to connect with the head of the one that attacked Octavia, sending him flying, and he does not get back up when he lands either. It is now
Nice.
Octavia's turn. And she's just pretty mad at the little guy in front of her. She swings with her glaive. Dealing. That's the wrong dice. Dealing. That's also the wrong dice.
I feel that.
Dealing 5 points of damage and decapitating this goblin. His head rolls as it falls, and you are now surrounded by goblin corpses.
Hey, we did it!
Octavia
Amazing!
seems proud of her goblin decapitation.
As she should.
Yes. And she sort of like walks around and is sort of like poking at the goblins with her glaive, ensuring that they're all dead. And she picks up a dagger from one and then holds it out to you.
Oh, nice. So I get a dagger now?
Do you get a dagger? And I'm writing the stats down for it. It's a plus. Okay, so it'll be a +3 to hit, and the damage is 1d4 + 1.
Okay. Got it. Nice.
Do you want me to explain how the attack bonuses and damage and stuff works? Like where I get it from?
Yes, please. That would be
Yeah.
nice.
So there's two types of weapons, really. There are melee weapons and finesse weapons. So melee weapons are strength, and finesse weapons are dexterity. So they use different
Oh.
stats to hit people. So your warhammer is a melee weapon, and it is a melee weapon that you are proficient in. So when you pick a class and you pick a race and stuff, you become proficient in things from your workings with your class or from just inherently knowing them from your race. So if you're proficient in a weapon, you add your proficiency bonus to it. That is a bonus that you get that just goes up as you level up. So right now yours is a +2. So you're proficient in your warhammer and your strength is a +2. So you get to add your proficiency bonus and your strength to it since it's a melee weapon. So that makes your attack bonus +4.
Oh, okay.
And then you also get to add your strength to the damage because you know you're swinging it with strength. You get to add your strength to it. So that's the +2 is your strength modifier.
Gotcha. Okay.
Your crossbow and dagger are both finesse weapons and they use dexterity. Your dexterity is a 13, which gives you a +1. So the attack bonus is 3 and the damage is +1.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Oh.
It took me a very long time to learn all of that when I was starting D&D.
That is so valid. Yeah, it's gonna take me a
There
minute, but
was
it is good.
there was a lengthy portion of time where I did not have an attack bonus. I just didn't know I was supposed to.
Right.
So
Okay,
I was just rolling flat 20s. It's a very easy trap to fall into as a new player.
good to know.
Yes.
Because I'm like, I don't know which one to hit with, what and when necessarily.
Yeah, so you're a little better with your warhammer because you're strong.
Okay.
I'm assuming you go and pick it back up now.
Okay, yeah. Yes, I am choosing. I'm going to go pick it up.
Yeah,
Now
so
that they're
you go and
gone.
pick it back up, and you sort of restrap it onto your back. And Octavia does the good deed of not mentioning it.
Thank you, thank you. I mean, she just mistried above the other one right after, so she
That's
doesn't
fair.
have
She
much
didn't
room to
quite
talk.
throw her weapon though.
Okay, that's fair.
But she doesn't say anything about it. She's just kind of like picking through goblin bodies, but she doesn't seem to find anything else of interest to her.
Okay, sounds good.
Yes.
Is it worth...
And she. Mhm.
Oh, sorry. I was just gonna ask, is
No,
it worth me looking as well?
you could look as well. Yeah, you don't know how well she did when she was searching them. You know, she could have rolled terribly.
That's fair.
So this will be. I'll let you do perception.
Okay, yes. So I'm gonna do perception to basically to check the, like, bodies,
Yep,
right?
you're searching bodies.
Okay. D20 is on. I got a 16.
+6 is pretty darn good. You pick through the goblin bodies and you're able to find an additional 2 gold that they dropped
Nice.
somewhere and are carrying now.
Cool.
You're also able to find a second dagger, so you now have 2 daggers.
Nice.
Nice, you can throw those.
Oh, I can throw them?
Yeah, so you can throw one and have a backup one. You can also just stab people with them. Honestly, in D&D, people mostly use them for utility, which is like prying things open or cutting things. You know, they're just nice to have.
Hey, it's always useful. Cool.
Yep. You never know when you're gonna have to pry something open. So yeah, you've got 2.
Cool.
Yeah. All right. Octavia is heading back out of the forest clearing now. Would you like to follow her?
Yes.
Yeah, so she heads on out of the woods as they sort of the trees become less dense and more sparse, and then it opens up into a clearing. And you head into this clearing and you see a small town. It's much larger than the small settlement on the docks, which was just a couple of boats and a couple of stalls, but not nearly as big as the merchant, the large merchant dock. It seems like a large traveling port that you came from. This is a single street lined on either side with houses and a couple of shops. There seem to be about 15 houses in total and around 3 shops as you're sort of walking through. And Octavia walks confidently towards what seems to be a small inn.
Cool, I'm gonna follow her. She seems to know where she's going.
Yeah. She heads right up and into the door of the inn. And by the time you make it inside, she's already talking to someone at the counter and is paying for something, and turns back to you with a smile.
Cool. So, how's it
Got us a
going?
room for the night.
Cool. So I guess,
Uh,
are we just heading up to our rooms then?
yeah, I'll grab us some dinner. I'll meet you up there, she says, and she tosses you a room key.
Perfect. Then I'm gonna head back up to a room then.
Yeah,
And
go ahead
find
and
our
roll
room.
dexterity to get that key.
Oh, that's a good point. Okay, I got a 12.
A +1 makes it a 13. You catch the key pretty easily, and you head over up to the rooms. There are only 2 doors, 1 and 2, and you see that your key is labeled 1.
Cool. So we're
You
gonna
go
go.
ahead and you unlock the door and head inside, and you find a small room. It has a bed, it has a wardrobe and a bedside table, and not a whole lot else going on. But it's definitely it doesn't look too shabby. It looks like a respectable establishment. And you sort of forget what the fancy word is, but you take your armor off basically, and then and set it down. And by the time you do, Octavia is up, and she has a bowl of stew for you.
Nice. Let's eat. Jump right in.
Yeah.
Especially after that
There
battle.
is a small table in the room, and she sits at it and sort of motions for you to sit across from her.
Cool. Wanna sit down. Let's eat.
All right. And she, unlike usual, is not really shoveling stew into her mouth. She is eating it, but not like as enthusiastically as usual. And she says to you, "You did pretty good against the tentacles back there."
Thanks. You did pretty good with them too, and those goblins.
Well, thank you. Maybe you're a better fighter without your memory.
Well, damn. Don't know what
Not that
else to
you
say.
were horrible before, but I mean, on the way here, those tentacles really got us last time. You
Oh man, well,
weren't much help.
guess I forgot my bad habits, huh?
Yeah, I suppose so. And that seems to amuse her. And she sort of digs into her stew now.
Cool. Good. Let's eat. Gonna
Yeah.
wolf that
You
down.
are unable to identify what exactly the meat is in the stew, but it's good anyways. As you eat your stew and drink, she's brought you a cup of water as well. And when you finish your stew, you see that she also has a key to the other room across the hall, and she stands and collects the dishes and prestidigitations them clean. I'll be right across the hall, but try not to get into any trouble.
Sounds good. I will do my best, but no promises.
All right. I suppose that's all I could ask.
Perfect.
And she leaves you and heads downstairs. And you can sort of hear soft conversation between her and the owner of the inn before you hear the room across from you open and then shut.
Cool.
And you can go ahead and take a long rest.
Yes.
So you'll be restored back to your full hit points.
Nice.
You haven't cast any spells today, but if you had, you'd get your spell slots back.
Oh, right. I didn't, huh?
Nope.
Okay.
You don't always have to cast spells. Sometimes you just want to swing a big hammer.
Right? Or punt a little goblin.
Yeah.
So I assume Octavia does the same, right? She takes a long rest, gets all her spells back and stuff.
Yep. She's also taking a rest.
Perfect. Oh wait, I can look at my journal. Try to decipher it.
And look at your journal. Go
I'm
ahead
learning.
and roll investigation to see what you can.
Oh no.
What'd you roll?
I got a 1.
Oh no. You take a look at the next page of the journal, but it is a little bit harder to discern, and you're tired from the events of today, and you're not really able to make much out.
Fair enough. That's my cue to go to sleep for the night.
It is your cue to go to sleep for the night. You tuck your journal away into your bag and head to bed. And what do you think about stopping there?
It's been almost 3 hours. What do you think? Do you
Yeah.
think now is probably a good place to stop?
I feel like it's a good place to stop, yeah. And then we can pick back up. You wake up and you're gonna step back out.
Perfect. Or well, let me
Alright.
pause. Between now and the next potential long rest. Do you think, like,
Uh-huh.
judging based off of how it's taken us so far, do you think we should wait still? Well, it's only gonna be a week,
Um,
right? In theory.
Could you say that again?
It's only gonna be a week before the next stream, in theory, right?
In theory, yeah, we do it again next Wednesday.
I guess I can be patient. Well, we can leave it off here.
Yeah, I'll do a recap of everything that's happened too, so you don't forget.
Thank you. That will be very helpful.
Yeah, I'll write it up as soon as we end stream here, and then I'll read it to you whenever we start back up, so that you know what went on in the last session.
Perfect. And so they know too.
Yeah.
On the previous episode of DnD.
Exactly. Yes, it'll be a good recap. And then if anyone wasn't there for the first one but is for the second, they get kind of filled in.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I'm so excited.
Yeah. Did you have fun?
I did. Thank you
I'm
so
so glad.
much.
Yeah, of course. I had fun too.
Oh, by the way, chat and day. Wait, that's not how you do a command. I did a thing. That way. They can see yours too.
Thank you.
Well, now. Oh, I wonder. I was just thinking, well, now I can do DM, but I guess that works the same.
It does
Nice.
look the same, yeah,
That way
yeah.
people can
Wait.
see where my art comes from. Because look at this gorgeous background. Like, isn't that amazing? I love it so much.
I did make the background. Yes, I'm the artist, the local artist.
Yes, all of them actually. Who couldn't tell.
Did.
Yes.
I'm very proud of it.
You should be. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. Today D&D was my art. I'd pre-written through the crab fight, and then the rest of that was improv.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that was amazing. I had no
Thank
clue.
you.
I just
Yeah,
assumed
we
you
did.
had like the next whole part of this adventure ready. I had no clue.
No, I have like an outline of like I know where I need to get you, but not entirely how I'm getting you there. So that
Okay, that makes sense.
DMing is a lot of improv. So you
Oh,
get
I'm
it.
sure. I mean, it makes sense. You don't want to plan too terribly much, because then if I just like completely throw you off course, you're gonna be improving anyways.
Yeah, exactly. You never know what your players are gonna do, and no matter how much you plan, you can't plan for everything. So
Fair enough.
yeah,
Sweet.
we really getting the hang of it. Look at you go.
Thank you. You're doing an amazing job teaching me all the
Thank
things.
you.
Aww. Well, on that note, we will wrap it up here for the night. Yes, we love you, chat plus YouTube. Aw. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for all of your hard work and time that you've put into this.
Of course. Are you able to stay on call for like a couple minutes after we end stream so I can talk you through how your spells are gonna work now that you know?
Yes. Yes.
All right.
That'd be
Sounds good.
perfect. Okay, then we're gonna wrap stream up here. Thank you all so much for watching. Aw, and thank you. Yes, there's my links so you can find my YouTube and my Discord and Twitter, I believe, as well. That way you guys can be notified when we go live next week. And I'm gonna try to add it to my schedule, assuming we'll do probably around the same time today, right?
Mhm.
Then yeah, I'll go ahead and like put it on my little schedule on my channel as well, so you guys can keep up to date with our D&D streams. Alright, thank you all so much. I hope y'all have an amazing day, evening, morning, whenever you're watching this. Stay awesome, y'all. See you next week. Bye!